Action Studios.
Proud to be the voice.
54 and overcast skies at 10 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. New this hour, China and Canada have already announced retaliatory tariffs against the U.S., and Mexico's president has just said her nation will respond to the 25% tariffs imposed by the U.S. with taxes on certain American goods, but did not specify which products would be affected until Sunday. That suggests Mexico still has hopes of de-escalating the situation. What effect would tariffs have on the economy here? Here's CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
We expect the overall inflation rate, as long as these tariffs stay in place for a while, we are seeing economists project that inflation could rise by, say, a half a percentage point on an annualized basis, from a 3% inflation rate to a 3.5%, and maybe even a 4% inflation rate.
President Trump will address a joint session of Congress tonight, expected to outline his plans under the theme of the renewal of the American dream. Our live coverage will start at 9 p.m. on KDKA Radio. Public Safety is asking residents to avoid the 5900 block of Baum Boulevard in East Liberty this morning. Police are evaluating a suspicious package left outside a business. Tomorrow's scheduled closure of the McKees Rocks Bridge has been postponed due to inclement weather in the forecast. The closure to install overhead signs on the bridge will be rescheduled. A man shot during a police raid in Westmoreland County has died at a hospital. With the latest on that story, News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
52-year-old Lau Cessna, who was shot and critically wounded by police last month, died at UPMC Presbyterian Hospital on Monday afternoon. The police shooting happened along McKinley Avenue in East Vandergrift on February 14th when law enforcement officers raided an apartment above the post office looking to serve a warrant. At the time, police said shots were fired but didn't provide any details other than a man was taken into custody and taken to the hospital. It's unclear how Cessna was connected to the warrant that was being served. The Pennsylvania State Police is handling the investigation. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
A young man is dead and two others have injuries following a crash in Fayette County last night. The coroner's office was called to the scene at the intersection of Morgantown and Tent Church Roads a few minutes after 9 p.m. 24-year-old Tyler Schaefer died at the scene. State police say Schaefer was ejected through the windshield when a driver went through a stop sign and then collided with another vehicle. Both drivers were taken to Ruby Memorial Hospital. In New Orleans, officials are rescheduling Marty Gras celebrations and warning revelers about powerful storms, with a threat of tornadoes expected on Fat Tuesday. And the Crescent City has moved up its two biggest parades. They've shortened the routes to avoid destructive weather, and police have ordered parade goers to leave their umbrellas at home. And they're warning some parades may need to be canceled at the last minute. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 589 points at 42,601. The Nasdaq down 263 now, and the S&P is down 86 points. KDKA Sports preseason baseball this afternoon in Bradenton as the Red Sox visit the Pirates. The Penguins are starting a road trip against the Avalanche tonight at Colorado. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 10:04. If you're injured, time to hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound law for Morgan & Morgan. 54 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Hey, this is Lisa with Nest Expressions Window Fashions, bringing the home show to you with new draperies, blinds, shades, and shutters. To celebrate our new state-of-the-art gallery, Nest Expressions is offering up to an additional 20% off Hunter Douglas Silhouette Sheer Shades, plus receive a $75 rebate on minimum purchases of 4 PowerView silhouettes. Call 724-933-5500 or simply book online at nestexpressions.com.
Thinking of retiring? You need to juggle a few things. Your cash flow, insurance, Social Security, IRA rollover, and a suitcase for all those exciting trips you've dreamed about. Now you can see why so many people turn to Bill Few Associates Wealth Management. At Bill Few Associates, we look at your life, not just your investments, so when you're ready to retire, you can afford what you need and what you want. Don't try to juggle all the concerns of retirement on your own. Call Bill Few Associates Wealth Management, 412-630-6000, or visit Bill.
Marty, are you good to go for traffic?
Yeah.
Edna can help.
All right, 30 seconds. Thank you.
And that includes prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plan includes benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-3415 to learn more. A licensed agent will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have a couple of accidents working. One just in, a reported accident in South Park Township on Pleasant Street at Brownsville Road. Watch for first responders headed to the scene there. We still have crews working with an accident on the Parkway North, outbound or northbound. It's just north of the on-ramp from East Ohio Street. Most of it's now off on the right shoulder of the road. All three travel lanes are moving for you, but watch out for slowdowns as folks take a look at what's going on there. Parkway West inbound is still stacking right around the Parkway Center Mall on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels, and you'll line up on the Parkway East at Edgewood Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will turn noticeably milder with clouds and some intervals of sun with a high reaching 62. Tonight, cloudy with some rain after midnight, low 47. Cloudy, breezy, and mild tomorrow with rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay, things people love.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants,
there you
and
go.
more. And we can
Perfect
relax.
here. And
All
I'm
right,
turn you
we're
up
coming
here.
to you in 10 seconds.
And to do when we move to St. Barnabas.
Hey, Ryan, get ready to play that sound with the guy in the restaurant eating the bread first, all right?
Absolutely, yep.
BarnabasCommunities.com. It's the Big K, Big Three.
Brought to you by New Flow Men's Health. The biggest three stories of the day on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What's up, folks? Marty Griffin here, live at Oakmont Bakery. Several reasons I love it here. There's a vibe to a bakery. It's an amazing bakery. It's a family-run business, and it's one of my closest friends, Mark Sorreo. For all those reasons, I love coming out here. I love coming out here today because it's Fat Tuesday, and we're going to do a lot of stuff today. We're going to have a lot of fun, and Mark is with me. Good morning, brother. How are you? Good, good. Before we get going, I want my man Ryan to play a clip to kind of underline some of the fact that, first of all, this is a wonderful business, but also how you take care of the community and how you care about people. And the reason why is because you know there are people in need. Listen to this clip from scanner traffic yesterday, from police scanners. Listen.
McCormick and Schmick's at 301 5th Avenue. See complainant. Caller has a guest coming in numerous times and only eating bread and leaving. He came in the past, ordered food, couldn't pay the bill. Mail was told not to come back, and he's currently sitting in the restaurant. Caller just wants the mail removed.
So now you can call that guy a scumbag or a thief, but here's my guess, because I talked to the cops about this, is that he's homeless, right? He's going to that restaurant, and he's trying to get a meal and or eating bread, and then leaving, which is part of the problem with downtown Pittsburgh, quite frankly, that they need to clean up, and part of the problem with homelessness in America, and it's a big problem, and hunger. I've never seen anybody kinder than you when it comes to taking care of the community. How much in terms of baked goods you end up giving away to various charities on a weekly basis?
I don't really know as far as volume goes. Every day we give everything that's left to 5 or 6 different charities. So we have actually a list of people, and sometimes we have to call other places or we'll deliver them to different places. But we really focus on homeless, veterans, senior centers,
right,
things like that.
Because it is important.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to you.
Yes.
So let's talk about today. This is actually a cool day. What does that mean? Because I'm kind of ignorant about the whole Fat Tuesday thing. You always celebrate this. This is a big day for you.
Yeah, it's really big. So Mardi Gras starts on January 6th, that's when we start selling Mardi Gras products, which is the day of Epiphany. And we start selling king cakes and punchkis. We actually have gigantic kickoff that day, and it goes all the way until Fat Tuesday, which is the day before Ash Wednesday. And Fat Tuesday was always known as a day where people that were preparing for Lent would use up all the sweets in their house. So the punchki is a Polish pastry, which means little package, and they would make a dough, fried dough, and then they would fill them with any preserves they had left in their homes. The king cake is a representation of the three kings' crowns, so that's what's supposed to represent. And then they used to put a coin inside the king cake. They would put a metal coin in the old days, and then whoever got the coin in their slice would have to throw the next King Day party. As a bakery, we have to be mindful that people could swallow that coin, so we have a plastic baby that we put on top of the king cake, and then they put it underneath when they get it.
And then they could choke to death on the plastic baby.
And it's not our fault.
Mark Serrao joining me. Also have, if you come out here, I'm showing this we're on the live stream as well, cookies, Marty Griffin cookies. Mardi Gras, get it? Marty Party, Mardi Gras cookies. All right, and we're going to do something fun and kind of funky here today. We have a bit of a challenge for somebody to come in because the punchkis are rather robust.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Hearty.
Hearty.
Yeah.
Hearty.
Filling.
And delicious. However, it's hearty, 1, but 2's stretching it.
2's pushing it.
3, you start getting aggravated.
Yeah.
And 4, you need Jesus.
You need a rest afterwards.
But my brother-in-law, we're doing this because my brother-in-law set the mark out here, Scott. He ate 4 in front of us, me and Patrick and you, and had no problem with it. And then our intern who was here at 3.5. And so, what do you think? What do you want to do today? You want to?
I say we make the challenge 4.
4 punchkis, and if they right here in front of us, they can't bring them home.
Right.
And then if they eat 4 punchkis in front of us, they what?
They get a cake out of the case. Any cake they want.
You're kidding.
Nope.
And they don't have to eat that here too, right?
No.
And then they vomit.
We don't want
start
them to eat
over.
that here.
Punchki. So, all right. So if you're listening and you want to come by live, if you can put away, you have to eat 4 punchkis in front of us. Then you get the choice of any cake in the case.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I love it, man. Serrao, you're the absolute best. One of my favorite people. So much of why the business works is your mind works in a very organized manner. I've been in a lot of businesses, they don't work this way. And what Mark does is magnificent. Coming in here, I noticed, and I come out here a lot, but I noticed a couple things. You're putting in a new parking lot because you have an overflow of cars. And then I noticed a lot of traffic also in the area. And then I saw a piece on local television that they have significant accidents here. Is that an issue, sir?
Yeah, it's always actually been an issue way before. We've been here 37 years, and that issue has been an issue for Oakmont since before we were here. Obviously, with Walgreens, us, the Speedway, every time a new business comes to town in this intersection, it causes more problems. So yeah, it's a really big problem that we all believe, that would only be one resolution. Probably the best one would be a traffic signal that PennDOT refuses to put in.
Did you not say that Speedway paid for a light?
Yeah, so I've seen I believe it's been in the paper. I've seen that that whenever Speedway their developers, were going through the planning process, Oakmont required them to put $350,000, I believe that was the amount, to pay for a light there.
Whoa, and they won't.
And PennDOT refuses to put it there.
I've seen a bunch of accidents on video where people were hit here.
Yes.
And I've also heard a lot of rhetoric that it's your fault, it's the bakery's fault. But the videos prove different, do they not,
Correct.
sir?
Yeah, there was a girl from the high school who ran across Halton Road and was hit in the second lane by a car, and she was hit hard. There was also, I think 2 years ago, there was a guy that was crossing in the first lane, and he was hit really hard. He was actually thrown onto our front door.
Whoa.
And there's been many accidents. There was just one, I think, a month ago that I think a truck or an SUV was coming down Halton Road at a high rate of speed and wrecked into 4 cars.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You've also had an SUV come through your wall here.
We had an SUV come through our wall. And I do believe that if there was 2 known traffic lights down here, it would slow people down on both sides.
Before we go to break, I want to bring Oakmont is booming.
Yeah.
With booming economies and more traffic, there's some angst. People get anxious about the traffic. People start fighting amongst themselves in the businesses. How do you manage all this growth and conflict at the same time in this little town?
Well, we were required to have a certain amount of parking spaces just to build this building. It was hard. We had to put 4 pieces of property together to get it.
Spend a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money, and I agree with it.
Right.
I believe it was the correct thing to do. In order to try to keep the traffic, our parking spaces, our people from parking on the street, on the in the other parking lots around here, we purchased some property on Allegheny Avenue, which was met with some resistance from some residents. But Oakmont approved it, and now PennDOT approved our entrance. So it was finally approved last week after 7 months. And our parking lot's going to go in hopefully within the next 8 weeks.
You know what I find amazing about this town? When I was a kid, it was a sleepy little town. You call it Oakmont. You have $3.5 million homes, $4 million homes on the water now.
Yeah.
Does that blow you away?
Yeah, I think it's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful
I love being a part of the town. That's why I'm the last person that will complain about, the amount of traffic that we have and the type of people that we have here. It's an amazing town. And our borough are amazing people that work really hard, I believe, at dealing with these issues that a lot of towns wish they had.
Hell yeah, I love it here, man. We looked out here. I'd love to live out here. I think it's wonderful. You got this. You got 10 restaurants you can walk to, take you 5 minutes. It's absolutely cool.
Correct.
Mark Sorrell, my man, before we go, we're having these beignets. What is that?
So beignet, it's fried dough with powdered sugar on it.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And they're very common in New Orleans.
Correct. And we're making them all day fresh out of the fryer. So they're being made. They're hot all the time.
Mark Sorrell, we're here all day. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, my man. We'll be right back, folks. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. We continue to have crews working with an accident in South Park. This on Pleasant Street at Brownsville Road, so leave extra time to get around that. Coming out of the South Hills on Route 19 or Route 51, Sawmill Run Boulevard or West Liberty Avenue, you have just traffic light delays around the backside of the Liberty tunnels. If you're trying to get into town via the Parkway West and the Fort Pitt tunnels, you're backing right around that Parkway Center Mall overpass. And the Parkway East inbound has a lineup of brake lights for you right around Edgewood Swissvale. We have some construction crews working on the right shoulder approaching the Commercial Street Bridge area and the inbound tunnel portal, so that's part of the reason for the slowdown there. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This traffic report sponsored by Robert Half.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Our recruiting professionals utilize an award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Man, I've been through a cancer battle, and UPMC saved my life, and it's just the truth, and I rave about them. In a very, very difficult time historically in healthcare, in a very, very stressful time for patients, doctors, staff, everybody involved. It ain't easy. But my sister is going through pancreatic cancer treatment at UPMC Hillman, and every single day runs into very, very stressful situations, and every single day they handle it in an amazing way at UPMC. They handle it like no one else handles it. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information, lifetime of helping people. I love it.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People.
All right, Marty, you're coming back in 1 minute.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to goodrx.com/GLP. That's goodrx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Went to high school with Bob Tootie from Tootie Mechanical. So I've known him, 40 plus years? His business is insane. Tootie Mechanical. The service is unbelievable. The professionalism is unbelievable. And the help, man, they've put 400 free furnaces in homes. Tootie Mechanical is the best for HVAC I've ever seen in my career. They're amazing people, amazing service. Tootie, 412-771-4100. Call them.
Beat the spring cleaning.
All right, Marty, coming back in 20.
Res this month, get 3-room, 0 resified starting at $129. Take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com today.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? Marty Griffin live at Oakmont Bakery. Fat Tuesday. Or, in the woke generation, it's Heavy Set Tuesday. Or, in the far left world that we live in, go ahead, say something about my weight. Go ahead, let me sue you. So we'll just call it Tuesday. This is how it is. I promise you that the terminology Fat Tuesday offends people. I promise you. That's just so over the top. How about the people who struggle with their weight? I don't know. None of it's easy. But I think we focus too much on trying to find flaw or negativity or trying to prove to the world that this sucks or that sucks. I spend a lot of my time trying to find an opportunity to make a difference and to create change, and that's why we're here, and that's what it's all about. I'm fascinated by politics in America today, the outrage over cuts in government. That's why you elected Trump. That's why he's there. Whether you like how it's going or not is irrelevant. It's just how they do it. It's just the truth. You don't like it? Find something else. Find someone else. There's a lot of consternation about how they've made the cuts, pointing out that Bill Clinton made about 400,000 cuts of federal employees. And Trump hasn't even approached that. And the bottom line is that Trump is doing it his way. Now, I could pick at it, and I will mention this, and this is actually fascinating. So we had folks look at the numbers of the cuts. And I had Sean Parnell, who's a local war hero, ran for Senate, now working in the Pentagon. Fantastic man. Fantastic leader. Now has a big role at the Pentagon. He posted a video last night that went viral. And I'm trying to reach him to come on the air with us, which he's cool with, except I had no idea they can't use cell phones in the Pentagon. They're all blocked there. You learn something new every day. But in his video that went viral, Sean Parnell talks about saving $13 million. And everybody claps at home. And everybody says, go Trump. We're saving America. Okay? And then he says, at the end of the day, what they've looked at so far in terms of cuts inside the Defense Department is $80 million. Okay? If you do the math, and I'm not picking on this, you got to start somewhere and you got to do something. That's 0.008% of the Department of Defense's budget. 0.008%. It's a pimple on the pimple of the elephant's behind. It's the biggest departmental budget. And by the way, it's a good place to start. And I'm not throwing stones. I'm suggesting that this task is monumental. And let me say this before we go to the break. Let's just say they cut $80 million from the Defense Department. In the first 4 years in office, when he was in office, Trump added $7 trillion to the existing deficit of $37 trillion. And now he decides he's a cost cutter. I'm not picking on Sean Parnell. And I think you got to cut and you got to start somewhere. But when a video goes viral and everybody at home's high-fiving each other saying Trump's saving the world and so is Sean Parnell, just remember this. $80 million of a $900 billion budget. We got a hell of a long way to go. And for that to happen, a hell of a lot of people are going to feel pain. And mix that in with tariffs going into place this morning. What will that do? In essence, if you talk to folks like Warren Buffett, what do they say? That's a tax increase. What do they say? That will cause inflation. What do they say? That could throw the economy into a recession. Just remember, folks, this is what you wanted. How Trump goes about it is his business. But the facts are clear. America voted to have this done. And so every time I hear from someone who's laid off, it becomes their personal tragedy. And it is. And it's very personal. And it's very difficult to get laid off or fired. However, by a very large margin, Americans said, Trump's the guy. Americans said, government is too big. And Americans said, let's go. And so we're going, whether you like it or not. We're live at Oakmont Bakery, folks. We'll be right back.
Hey, folks, Marty here. Check this out. My man, JK. He owns Hofstadt's in Oakmont. They have a drive-by fish fry. Starts Ash Wednesday. Check this out, folks. You pull up to the curb in front of Hofstadt's, which is right there in the heart of Oakmont on Allegheny Avenue. You get your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry. Get it? Bring your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry, Hofstadt's. Unbelievable.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. I want to talk about my favorite family-owned construction business, the three cousins at C&S Cousins Construction. Local guys, Sam, Steve, Calvin. They keep working right now through the winter months. If you're looking to winterproof your home, new windows, doors, siding, even a beautiful new outdoor living space built in time for summer, deck, porch, patio. Call them now. Just mention Get Marty. 10% off your entire project. C&S Cousins Construction. 989-COUSINS. 989-COUSINS.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by calling 844-300-LEAF to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water, and it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty, so you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Call Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate and to save up to 30%. Dial 844-300-LEAF. That's 844-300-LEAF.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. Tax season is here. What a better way to reinvest in your home than brand new windows from Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Tax time sale. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. And finance now, no interest until 2030. 412-545-6003. Amazing windows, amazing sale, amazing service. 412-545-6003. Hey, folks, it's Marty. I love this. The 4-day sale at Levin Furniture and Mattress was too good to miss. So my friend Robert Levin and his team are extending this amazing sale. Get not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 times the sales tax discount. Plus, save up to 50% on new arrivals. Get 5 years special financing with no money down and the lowest guaranteed prices on Tempur-Pedic and Purple for Life. Levin's extended 4-day sale
happening now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress stores. Love it.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
54 and overcast. It's 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. There's been a reaction to U.S. tariffs now in effect on goods from China, Mexico, and Canada. All three nations are moving swiftly to retaliate, with Chinese officials saying they're not afraid of a trade war. Mexico has just announced taxes on certain products, but has yet to specify which ones. Beijing has added extra tariffs of up to 15% on imports of American farm products, including chicken, pork, soy, and beef. And Canada is imposing a 25% tariff on more than $20 billion in U.S. imports, thought to include beer, wine, bourbon, home appliances, and Florida orange juice. The president speaks to Congress tonight for the first time in his second term. Mr. Trump's message is expected to cover tariffs and the economy, additional funds for border security, and foreign policy. The president's scheduled to speak at 9 p.m. and will carry his address live on KDKA radio. A new medical marijuana dispensary will be coming to McKnight Road, but only after a challenge over regulations. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
Ross Township commissioners voted unanimously to approve the facility on Monday night. The vote was delayed last month after questions were raised about the Whole Plants LLC dispensary's compliance with township regulations. Former Pittsburgh Steelers guard David DeCastro is the applicant for the dispensary. He was asked to present additional evidence proving the business meets all zoning and regulatory requirements. Those opposing were also asked to bring supporting evidence. The proposed marijuana dispensary will take the place of G&G fitness equipment. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 619 points at 42,572. The Nasdaq down 279, and the S&P is down 87. KDKA Radio News Time 10:32. Our next update at 11 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
I'm Maureen. I'm 61 years old. I've lost 55 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. It's been an easy journey. It's really changed my mindset around food. I think Awaken 180 has worked for me better than any other program because I could stick to it. I didn't get hungry. On other programs, I felt like I was always starving. I never felt hungry. My energy is amazing. I can't believe how much more energy I have. And just even taking a walk, I can go so much faster because it's 50 pounds less that I'm carrying with me. I'm out of plus-size clothes. That was one of my goals. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Paul Alexander here, and thanks to Awaken 180, Maureen lost 55 pounds. The program is easy and the results are real. Do what we did and find your success with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
When you hire our firm, you become part of the family. Nobody messes with family. Get the good guys, good rich and guys.
Get the good guys, good rich and guys.
Join me, Jacqueline Coley, on a brand new podcast, Seen on the Screen, presented by Make It Universal and Rotten Tomatoes. Meet the innovative people at NBC Universal as they share their journeys, inspirations, and the movies that shape them. Each episode is an intimate and fun conversation about the impact of film. Seen on the Screen is available now.
You can find it on Apple, Odyssey, YouTube, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
All right, 1 minute to traffic.
Winters, they're long here. Listen, if that winter weather is coming through your windows, you need Window Nation. Energy-efficient windows going to keep your home comfortable. Right now, 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy, plus 0 down, no payments or interest for 2 full years. Hurry, the offer ends soon, so schedule that fast free estimate right now. 866-90-NATION, that's 866-90-NATION, or windownation.com. Window Nation, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Receive a pair of Penguins tickets with the purchase of a house of windows.
30 seconds to traffic.
That's where a lot of us feel most comfortable these days. But what about going back to the doctor? Better yet, you can see your primary care doctor virtually without leaving the comfort of your home sweet home. Healthy is happening right now with video visits from AHN. Because providing care just the way you like it is living proof. Visit ahn.org/video visits.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gable, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. We have an accident in the final stages of clearing in South Park Township. This on Pleasant Street near Brownsville Road.
Hello?
Hello?
51.
Oh, I just lost you for a second there. I'm not sure why. You're good.
But after you pass that, you have a good ride up toward the Liberty Tunnels there. West Liberty Avenue, Route 19, also fine as you approach the backside of the Liberty
You didn't lose
Tunnels.
us. I just
Parkway West
muted the
inbound
mic.
is just slow.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
We'll start with
And
the
No
gaming
worries.
sound, brother.
lining up at Edgewood, Swissvale.
All right, cool, Marty. You want me to just rapid fire play those?
Yep.
Great.
KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and some intervals of sunshine for the rest of today and becoming noticeably milder with a high of 62. It'll cloud up tonight with some rain after midnight, though 47. Tomorrow, breezy and mild with periods of rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high up to 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Okay, Tuesday, here we go. We have a Democratic mayoral candidate war of words. Let's see if that spills into today. So much more. 2 to 6, Colin Dunlap, right here, KDK.
Okay, I want you to listen to a couple. This is a mad Ed Gainey. Yesterday, describing Corey as MAGA, which is about the funniest thing I heard all day. But listen to this. Go ahead.
This morning, we learned that the same MAGA billionaires and Trump advisors are trying to buy the mayoral's election in Pittsburgh, pouring money into my opponent's campaign in the same month that Trump launched an assault on the immigrant neighbors, on our trans neighbors, our union brother and sister, our children's access to clean air and drinking water, and treatment for cancer patients.
Keep going.
Since President Trump took office, I made it clear where I stand. I reaffirmed our status as a welcoming city. That was something that we did early on, making it known that we're renewing our commitment to our unbiased policing policy that prohibits cooperation with ICE on administrative warrants and protects our immigrant community from having to fear our local police. We want people to live safe, not in fear. Trump's mega donors, his consultants, and corporate interests are trying to buy the mayor's office by attacking me, just like they, including Mr. Musk, brought the White House by attacking Kamala Harris. As Trump tries to tear away food from children, health care from veterans and cancer patients, to give his billionaire henchmen another handout, these same billionaires are meddling in our Democratic primary to force their right-wing anti-worker, anti-family, anti-union agenda down our throat. It's undemocratic. Because just as I know that Pittsburgh can't afford to stand by and let Donald Trump and Elon Musk destroy our country, I also know that we can't stand by as the same donors and advisors who put him in the White House try to steal the mayor's office.
There you go. That's enough. That's enough, Ryan. Ryan, do we have Mike Mikas? Ryan, do we have Mike Mikas?
No.
No?
Oh, wait, hold on. He just joined.
Is he there?
Yes.
Yep. Where is he? On VMix?
Yes.
All right, folks. We're live, so it's just technical stuff, but it all works out fine. Mike, how are you, buddy? Mike, do you hear me?
We're having some problems. I can't hear him.
Okay. Have him call. I'll have him call. Mike, call us if you hear me. 866.
Okay. Hey there.
Hey, Mike.
Marty,
I got you.
I got you. Looks like we're working.
All right, man. What's up? How are you?
Good. Interesting audio. it's kind of sad to watch a mayor who's behind in the polls, who is struggling to run the city, launch an attack that, first off, is false. Secondly, if you use his parameters, he is as guilty as Corey O'Connor is. It's one of the most head-scratching attacks that I've ever seen.
Same. And Mike, give me your background and your knowledge and how you know this game so well, so people understand where you're coming from, is from a position of power and authority. My man knows what he's talking about. Tell folks your background, Mike.
I've been working on Democratic political campaigns since the early 90s. Over 30 years, I've been working on campaigns in various capacities. I've been a campaign manager, I've been a communications director, been a finance director, I've been a field director. I've done just about everything there is to do in a political campaign. I was Rich Fitzgerald's campaign manager. I worked with Governor Wolf, former Congressman Altmaier, former Congressman Kritz. I've worked for Democrats for years. And, there's a basic rule of thumb in politics.
Right.
Every campaign, when you're going to say something negative about your opponent, the very first thing you do is some research on yourself to make sure that you are not guilty of what you're charging the other person. And, in a lot of ways, there's a correlation between the way Ed Gainey's been running this city. There is no plan. And it's clear they had no plan yesterday, because he has, while he's accusing Corey of taking money from Republicans, 23% of the money he's raised in this election has come from MAGA Republicans. And, I couldn't figure out why our numbers didn't match up until I read some reports.
Hold on, Mike, because Mike's the man. Mike doesn't BS, and he knows this game better than anyone in this damn town. You're saying that 23% of Ed's money came from MAGA Republicans?
Yes.
Wow. Hey, Mike, let me ask you a dumb question. He doesn't know that?
Either he doesn't know it, or he is so far behind in the polls, he's choosing to ignore it and throw mud against the wall to see if it'll stick.
Bad plan, brother. Bad plan.
It's just amazing. Anybody that knows Corey O'Connor knows he's a progressive Democrat. I know a lot of listeners won't like that.
Right.
Corey O'Connor is a progressive Democrat. He's always been a progressive Democrat, and he always will be a progressive Democrat. And, the other thing, when you're looking to draw some differences with your opponent, you have to ask yourself, will this attack have credibility? And as I look at this attack, even absent Ed Gainey's hypocrisy on this issue, this attack has zero credibility. And I have no idea if he did this on his own or if he got bad advice from advisors. But either way, it doesn't matter, because the buck stops with the mayor.
Hey, Mike, I'll tell you what's really confounding to me and flat out ignorant. And I'm not trying to disparage the mayor or his people, but I believe this is ignorant by definition. So if the reporting is accurate, Gainey, this must have hit them like a lightning bolt Friday. Sir, looks like we took some money from Republicans too, sir. And then someone said, I'll tell you what we'll do. Everybody raise their hands who thinks we should send the money back. And then they raise their hands, Mike, and it looks like Friday they sent a bunch of checks back to Republicans who sent that money. Did you see this?
I saw that they claim. What I saw was there was one donor that they returned the money to. I was not aware that they returned multiple. Look, and this puts him at a severe strategic advantage. His campaign is struggling to gain support at any level, and he raised a lot of money when he ran 4 years ago, and he is struggling to raise money now, mainly because I think people have seen what's happened to the city. Our snowplows don't work. He reneged on his promises to bring affordable housing to Pittsburgh. He, diverted $10 million away from funding away from combating homelessness. And the bottom line is the city's not on the right path, and people see that. That's why his campaign's struggling, and because his campaign's struggling, he's choosing to go after Corey O'Connor. You see this time and time again in elections where there's an incumbent who's unpopular. They think their only way to win is to make their opponent more unpopular.
I know, Mike, but they look stupid here. They look stupid here. I mean, they're all feeding from the same damn trough. In fact, he took more money percentage-wise than Corey did. Fact, right?
That's fact.
From Republicans.
That is fact.
Right?
He took a higher percentage of money from Republicans than Corey O'Connor. And look, you want to talk about whether who's the loyal Democrat? Who was begging the Republican National Committee to come, to bring their convention to Pittsburgh to nominate Donald Trump? It was Ed Gainey. He rolled out the red carpet in hopes that the Republicans would come here and nominate Donald Trump right here. He wanted to bring MAGA to Pittsburgh.
Mike,
whether you agree with that or disagree with it, it's the fact.
Mike, you're more connected in town than Jesus, so you tell me this. Corey raised about $650,000 in February, and Gainey raised $24,000. Is Ed DOA, sir? Based on me just throwing that number out there, is he DOA?
I never say somebody is DOA, but you probably have a better chance of meeting Jesus Christ at the corner of Forbes.
Bad.
Than seeing Ed Gainey win.
Mike, you're the best, brother. You have a great rep, and one of your good friends, Stacy Finnegan, wanted me to say hi.
She's great. I was out with her husband and her on
TJ.
Saturday. She's a blast.
I love her, man. Fantastic information, man. You're always welcome here. And you know I go way back with Fitz, and we met when we were 14 years old.
Wow, that's such a small world.
All right, my brother. Thanks for the truth. We'll talk to you again.
All right, talk to you soon.
We'll be right
Thanks.
back. Woo! You have a better chance of meeting Jesus Christ on Forbes Avenue. Wow. How you doing? From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, thanks, Marty. Couple of accidents where we have crews just rolling up on the scene. One reported in Oakland on 5th Avenue at Dara Street. Watch out for heavy delays around that. Accident reported on Banksville Road between Crane Avenue and the Parkway West. Parkway West inbound is slow for you right around that Banksville on-ramp before you fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. The outbound ride toward the airport is sailing along nicely at this point. Parkway East inbound, you have a lot of company, slow for you still at Edgewood Swissvale, heading inbound toward town through the Squirrel Hill tunnels. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Hey folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Here's how to get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
My friends at NASCO, I love NASCO Roofing. They take pride in exceeding thousands of customers' expectation. Great roofing, great service. Janet from Pittsburgh was pleased with how quickly NASCO did her job.
She loves NASCO's professional courtesy and the price. Roofs are all NASCO does. Thousands of customers like Janet. Let them satisfy your next roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000. 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day and special financing. NASCO.
Ever feel like there aren't enough hours in the day? If you get busy or miss your favorite show, don't worry. With Rewind, available exclusively on the free Odyssey app, you can stream your favorite shows on demand. You know your day is better with us. Get the news that matters to you
Ryan.
from the local voices you trust. No matter what.
Yes.
Play a couple more games. Do you have a couple more gaming clips? Just play them right out of the break.
Odyssey app and search for your station. That's AUDACY.
Have you heard about Gunny's Ridge? Oh, you're about to. Gunny's Ridge is a safe haven, a healing place, a learning place. It's for veterans with long-term PTSD. You know, there are thousands right here that need help, and they need it right now. It's a 100-acre farm, rec center, learning space, amazing space. Wait till you see the plans. There's a lodge and a barn. There'll be one-on-one activities, family activities. We can make this dream come true. We can do it together. Check it out at Gunny'sRidge.org, Gunny'sRidge.org. Amazing.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Carrie from New England asks, we're wondering if we can afford a second home. Our debt to income of our gross will be about 33% if we pull the trigger on the home purchase. I've run the numbers, and based on the new monthly spend and given our income, we would still have $2 to $3 grand in extra cash flow each month. What do you think? Can we do it? Carrie, if you've run the numbers and it shows you can afford this, then I'm fine. I'm good with it. Don't get hung up on the debt to income calculation or this percentage or that percentage. And by the way, the debt to income measurement, it's becoming a bit outdated.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
And now, a Progressive ad brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. With Progressive, this has been a Progressive ad from Progressive. See if you could save at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or Progressive.com.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
This attack on our country's largest health insurance program was made possible by the MAGA billionaires who bought our election for Donald Trump and who have turned Elon Musk and the Dodge henchmen loose to undermine our federal services, our tax dollars subsidized for the people of the city and the people of America that depend on it. Because just as I know that Pittsburgh can't afford to stand by and let Donald Trump and Elon Musk destroy our country, I also know that we can't stand by as the same donors and advisors who put him in the White House try to steal the mayor's office. As Trump tries to tear away food from children, health care from veterans and cancer patients, to give his billionaire henchmen another handout, these same billionaires are meddling in our Democratic primary to force their right-wing anti-worker, anti-family, anti-union agenda down our throat. It's undemocratic.
There you go. Ed Gainey yesterday, not saying that Corey is in bed with MAGA billionaires who are trying to buy our election. So just the facts of it, to be kind of clear. And by the way, I reach out to Gainey's people daily, asking him for comment, asking him if he wants to appear live, and I do the same with Corey's people, just so people understand this. There's no bias here. There just isn't. The facts are the facts, and the facts are clear, and here's the bottom line. This is kind of preposterous, and I'm sitting here talking to Patrick in the break because I'm kind of confounded by this. It's like a guy accusing his coworker of having a drug problem, and the guy comes into the meeting accusing the coworker of having a drug problem with a needle in his arm. It's that bad. It's that blatant. It's like the guy who says, my wife cheated on me, and then there's 8 videos of him cheating on his wife. It makes no sense to me. It's bizarre. It just, I can't put this together, what Ed's trying to do, because the numbers don't lie, and Patrick has been showing them extremely well on the stream. The numbers suggest that Ed was funded about $1 in $4. by Republicans, which I got no problem with, man. People take money from everyone. These are decisions people make when they're fundraising. I would also argue that most of these checks are $3,000, $4,000, $6,000. I would hope that there's no man or woman that can be influenced by $3,000. And if you are, you need to go back to school. The second thing I would say is that, so Ed took about 25% of his money from Republicans, and he has about $240,000 right now. He raised about $24,000 in February, which is nothing, nothing. Corey has about 18% of his money from Republicans, and he has about $650,000, and will cross $1 million. First time a mayoral candidate in Pittsburgh in the primary situation has ever raised more than $1 million. And money isn't everything, but it's something. And it's staggering, the difference here. And it will show dramatically here in the coming weeks, in the coming months, as you see television ads appear, more radio ads appear, and the buys start to take place. But here's what I find mind-boggling, and I'd love to have someone representing Ed Gainey explain it to me. Why the hell would you have someone go after a guy when you're doing the same thing and worse? Why would you do it? Why would you hold a news conference stating that your opponent is taking money from Republicans who are going to control him when you took more money from Republicans? And I'm not trying to be ignorant using this word, but this is flat out ignorant by definition. It's nonsensical. And at some point here pretty soon, this will end up creating great harm to Ed Gainey and or his campaign, because the facts are clear. He took 25% of his money from Republicans and told the world that Corey O'Connor's a bad guy because he took money from Republicans, except it's a lot less money. Politics. And the notion, before we go, that Corey O'Connor is a MAGA Republican is flat out friggin' laughable. By the way, stop out to see us. We're at Oakmont Bakery. Mark Saray at the top of the show put a little thing out there. If you come out here and eat 4, and believe me, folks, they're huge, 4 punchkis, 4 punchkis, you get a choice of any cake in the bakery to take with you. You don't have to eat that too. We'll be right back, folks.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with USPS Ground Advantage Service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Have you been told there is nothing that can be done for your neuropathy? The Pittsburgh offices of Tri-State Neuropathy Centers are pleased to tell you that is not true. With over 11 years of experience and 9 offices throughout the region, Tri-State Neuropathy Centers are the experts in treating neuropathy. Their team of chiropractic physicians have successfully treated over 13,000 patients by utilizing the most powerful technology available.
I had burning all night long. I wish I would have come to you a lot sooner. I would have dodged all of these problems. I could not believe just after a few weeks the difference. In 3 months, it's this good. I can only imagine how good it's going to get.
Get back to doing the things you love and call Tri-State Neuropathy Center's Pittsburgh offices today for a free consultation. Call 724-940-9000. That's 724-940-9000 or go to marydancedin.com. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
At California Psychics, we know that doubt can get in the way of your relationship. One moment you're enjoying a romantic date, the next you're thinking,
is this guy right for me? Could I spend my life with someone who has more hair on his feet than on his head?
Then you realize you've been thinking out loud.
Wait, come back,
Thankfully, California Psychics can clear away the dating doubt. Our accurate psychics are available 24/7 to give you all the guidance you need to make the right relationship choices. California Psychics is the psychic service more people trust. That's why we can guarantee, if it's not life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 80% off their first reading. I can smell love in the air already. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
55 with overcast skies. At 11 o'clock, I'm Paul Rasmussen. China and Canada have already announced retaliatory tariffs against the U.S., and Mexico's president has just said her nation will respond to the 25% American tariffs with taxes on certain U.S. goods. But President Sheinbaum will not specify which products will be affected until Sunday, suggesting Mexico still has hopes of de-escalating the situation. So what could this mean to consumers? Here's CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Mexico supplies more than 60% of vegetable imports, half of all fruit and nut imports. So, yes, we make the joke about it, but avocado prices are definitely going up. Maple syrup from Canada is probably going to rise. Beer from Mexico could rise. And lumber costs, which are really important for new houses, those lumber costs are also going to rise.
President Donald Trump said Monday the tariffs would take effect at midnight after a month's delay to reach some trade concessions didn't work out. Former Oakmont teacher Mark Fogel just returned to Western Pennsylvania after more than 3 years in a Russian prison. Will attend the president's speech to a joint session of Congress tonight. Fogel and his mother are among the guests of First Lady Melania Trump. Our live coverage of the address starts at 9 p.m. on KDKA Radio. The 5900 block of Baum Boulevard has reopened after police investigated a suspicious package. An employee of a nearby business spotted the package and called 911. The bomb squad responded and later said papers, wires, and vials containing liquids were inside. A hazmat team determined the contents were not dangerous, but the FBI is testing items from the box at its lab. A man shot during a police raid in Westmoreland County has died at a hospital. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the latest.
52-year-old Lau Cessna, who was shot and critically wounded by police last month, died at UPMC Presbyterian Hospital on Monday afternoon. The police shooting happened along McKinley Avenue in East Vandergrift on February 14th when law enforcement officers raided an apartment above the post office looking to serve a warrant. At the time, police said shots were fired but didn't provide any details other than a man was taken into custody and taken to the hospital. It's unclear how Cessna was connected to the warrant that was being served. The Pennsylvania State Police is handling the investigation. Tamira Rush News Radio, KDKA.
An interior designer is facing charges accused of bilking clients out of nearly $500,000. Police say 44-year-old Lauren Pisecki of Morningside, the lead designer with Black Cherry Designs, scammed 8 customers. The business on Butler Street in Lawrenceville was recently featured in Pittsburgh Magazine. Pope Francis is said to be resting after new health problems. Doctors say his inflamed lungs continue to give him trouble, and the Pope used a mask and ventilator overnight to help him breathe. The Vatican now says his condition has stabilized enough to resume using a nasal tube for oxygen. Doctors say his prognosis remains guarded. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 716 points at 42,475. The Nasdaq is down 261 points, and the S&P is down 94. KDKA Sports preseason baseball this afternoon in Bradenton. The Red Sox will visit the Pirates, and the Penguins are starting a road trip against the Avalanche tonight at Colorado. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 11:05. It's 55 and overcast in Pittsburgh. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up, my friend?
All right, thanks, Marty. A couple of accidents on our roster here as we sail into the 11 o'clock hour. Accident reported in Sewickley on Broad Street at Thorne Street. Do watch out for the first responders who are rolling up on scene there. Crews continue to work with an accident on Banksville Road. It's between Crane Avenue and the merge point with the Parkway West, so things are very slow in both directions on that road. The Parkway West inbound is sluggish for you right around the runaway truck sand pile before you fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. The outbound ride toward the airport is moving along nicely on 376 all the way from downtown and points east out to Pittsburgh International. Parkway East inbound is sluggish for you right around Edgewood, Swissvale. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992 today.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. This is important stuff. Health insurance options. You got to talk to my friends at MediConnect. They're changing the game in health insurance. Individual coverage to Medicare. They ensure that you get the most while paying the least. I've seen it. They connect you with all the insurance options in our area. Their loyalties lie with you. Their services are free. Don't call the carrier. Call MediConnect. 888-818-6334. Please, tell them Marty sent you.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We'll see clouds and some sun at times for the midday and afternoon hours. It'll become noticeably milder with a high of 62. Tonight, cloudy and remaining mild with some rain after midnight, though 47. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. Tax season is here. What a better way to reinvest in your home than brand new windows from Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Tax time sale. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. And finance now, no interest until 2030. 412-545-6003. Amazing windows, amazing sale, amazing service. 412-545-6003.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? We're live at Oakmont Bakery. Got to mention the challenge Mark Sorreo, the owner of the bakery, put out there early this morning. punchki. They're these big, cream-filled, fruit-filled, like 4X donut-sized deals. If you can eat 4 while you're here, you get a free cake. You don't have to eat that here. Eat 4 while you're here. We watch you and laugh. You get a free cake. It's the brother-in-law challenge. My brother-in-law, Scott Tresser, came out here and did that damage. And the record has not been broken since. 4 punchki. He would stop by and try to top his record. Except he's working. Meantime, you got to hear this story. But I want to mention what's happening to the market. Big sell-off. Stocks are dropping dramatically. They're saying it's because of this tariff stuff with Canada and Mexico. How about this? The S&P 500 has already erased its year-to-date gains and is in negative territory. Big sell-off. The last time this happened, the markets got spanked. All right? Just so you know. All right. My first guest. We're getting involved in this, and if this isn't resolved, we're going to stay involved in this because this is horrible. It's a horrible way to treat people, and we cannot allow this to happen. And I want you to hear Terry's story. Hey, Terry, how's it going?
Well.
You okay?
Yes, I am.
Tell us about your journey because it was bad. Tell us about what happened to you with Greyhound, with this Flixbus in Pittsburgh. Go ahead.
Yes, I planned a trip on the 19th to leave Pittsburgh to go to Charleston, South Carolina. I went to Greyhound bus station here in Pittsburgh, purchased this ticket at the kiosk, and I'm looking at the ticket. The ticket says Greyhound, but the bus driver's from Flex. So it's really complicated because, a long story short, I had planned this trip. The bus was late getting into Pittsburgh, broke down. When we got to Toledo, Ohio, the route they went, that bus had left, so they wouldn't have a bus to leave until the 20th. So I would have to stay in Greyhound bus station overnight. It's cold there. It was like 17 degrees in Toledo, Ohio, and there was no restaurants or anywhere to get coffee, tea, or anything at the Toledo Greyhound bus station.
And by the way,
So
my man, by the way, you have health concerns. It got worse.
Yes, I do. I'm living with a health issue called HIV, and I don't take it slightly to be in an uncomfortable situation where I can get germs or cold or sick because all that affects my immune system. So I was on the customer service with them all night trying to see how they could accommodate me. Even in their rights, they say that you have some rights to be accommodated with meals or even a voucher or either a hotel.
Right.
They choose to do nothing. And I had to reroute myself, but it was a blessing that I was able to go with someone's house in Toledo to leave the Greyhound bus station because I began to get sick. I had a cold in my chest. My nose started bleeding. I had to rent a car from Toledo to reroute myself to Atlanta to get to Charleston and Alabama to get with my family, which was the purpose of the trip. I've had the hardest time trying to get my money back because it was a round-trip ticket for $288, and they was giving me the hardest time to refund my money.
This is a Flixbus, Flix. Man, this is a nightmare. First of all, you leave Pittsburgh, they screwed it up there. Then you get to Toledo, really screwed up there, so you're stranded. You had to go and stay at someone's house. Then they didn't have another bus, so you had to rent a car to drive to get to your end game, right?
Right. Yes.
A horrible cost to you and a lot of money.
Yes, the money that I hadn't even planned on to spend in the trip, like renting a car, paying gas. Yeah.
And it's a Greyhound brand, kind of a knockoff almost, right?
Right.
And you finally got to Atlanta, but who cares at that point? You're kind of hacked off, right?
Right.
So it's very stressful. And FlixBus, we're getting in the middle of this. We're going to make sure you get completely compensated, sir. But have they cared at all about your situation and your circumstance?
No, they haven't. They show very little sympathy. It's ran by a lot of foreigners. You can't understand their language, and they won't let you talk to supervisors or anyone. And they want you to go online to do this, to do that, customer service help, and you do all that, and you still get nowhere.
Yeah, they say that's a global traveling system. They say they've handled 400 million passengers. But it has not been a good experience for you, sir, has it?
No, and it hasn't been for a lot of people. Like I say, in Toledo, when we left Pittsburgh, it was like 17 people that were stranded at the Toledo Greyhound bus station to make it however you had to go to get to your next destination.
Wow, 17 people stranded overnight.
Yes, and I'm in contact with a couple of them.
Freezing your butts off.
Yes.
No place to stay, no compensation for food, no place to stay, nothing.
Nothing.
Wow. All right, my man, we're in the middle of this. I appreciate you telling your story. I'm thinking that we get engaged with this FlixBus immediately and make sure that you're compensated and make sure they treat people better. Are you okay health-wise?
Yes, I am. I'm okay health-wise. Thank God that I got through that. But it is my concern that it be looked into for Pittsburgh. You know, you got the NFL draft coming in. People will be coming a number of ways. And it would be a blessing if we would have Greyhound flexing them to do what's right and honor their company so that we can have people to come in here safe, and have a good time when they come to Pittsburgh.
Can't agree with you more, man. You got to take care of people, my man. Thank you, Terry. We're on it, brother. Appreciate you telling the truth.
All right. Thank you, and I look forward to hearing from you.
Man, we got to help him. If a company can't deliver a service, you got to help people. You can't leave 20 people stranded in Toledo freezing their butts off. You just can't. We're live at Oakmont Bakery, folks. Stop by and say hi. Man, he's out more than $400 with a rental car. For the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have an accident in Sewickley on Broad Street at Thorn Street, so watch for crews there. Other than that, things are moving well as you try to travel through downtown, even through the tunnels. Gives us a chance to remind you that you'll now find a single lane restriction on southbound Route 28 between the Veterans Bridge, Monroeville Ramp, and Anderson Street. And of course, the single lane restriction remains in place in the area as well, northbound on 28, just before the I-279 East Ohio Street exit. Plus, you have restrictions on that off-ramp. You can still use the ramp. This all part of the issue with the overpass of 579's HOV lane over Route 28 with a support pillar there. And the 579 and I-279 HOV lanes remain closed indefinitely. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
When you buy appliances, they break. It's just the truth. Check this out. Voss TV and Appliance. They have their own crews, their own folks techs that fix this stuff, and they're magnificent. Here's the other thing about Voss. Our dishwasher broke. They got a new dishwasher in our house within a week and a half. In this marketplace, in crazy weather, during crazy times. Voss TV and Appliance, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy but cannot because you're in pain? You deserve a better life, and the Good Feet store can help.
I just had difficulty walking. I could not walk in bare feet at all.
Do you keep buying new shoes and inserts from the store or online with little or no relief?
I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store.
Thanks to the Good Feet store, I'm bowling 3 nights a week, pain-free.
Don't let foot pain get in the way of staying healthy and having fun. Stop by the Good Feet store today with your favorite shoes. We'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports to ensure your comfort. Come to the Good Feet store today and live the life you love. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, in Morgantown at Suncrest Town Center, or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. Good Feet arch supports are proudly made in the USA. Come in and take a free test walk today.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Amazing.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
What's up? Oakmont Bakery. I love bakeries because I love kids. I love watching them eat donuts. It's the best. They get icing and jelly everywhere. It's so cool. And they're so happy. We got the Punchki Challenge out here, folks. Maybe one of these little kids will try to eat 4 Punchki. 4. If you need 4 Punchki, you get to pick a cake. Oh. I have Joe Tambellini calling in. My favorite restaurateur. I'm going to tell you why. Woman sends me a note. She goes to a downtown restaurant that I love, by the way. Nikki's Thai. I love it. Love it. And so the guy has 7 people. So Joe's on the line. All right, cool. Joe, you there?
Morning, Marty.
What's up, brother?
How are you?
All right, so
what's up, buddy?
Let me ask you a restaurant question, because this happens, and I never have a problem with it, because I understand how hard your people work, but people get weird about this stuff. So a guy goes to a restaurant. He has 6 people, and he gets a $20% surcharge because there's 6 people. By the way, that's pretty common these days, is it not, sir?
Did he get a 20% gratuity?
Yep.
Like added to the bill?
Yes, yeah.
Auto gratuity.
Right?
Yes. Pretty common.
Yeah, yeah.
Usually, it can be usually, a lot of restaurants do it 6 or more, 8 or more, etc.
Yeah, so tell me, explain, because these people get ornery, and I agree with it. Why do you have this in place?
Well, because it's a bigger table, and at that point, that's pretty much the night for the server.
Yep.
So, everybody advocates for the servers, and, they make $2.83 an hour. Well, let's say you come in with 7 other people.
Yep.
There's a table of 8. That was your table. That was it.
That's it.
If you decide you're not going to tip, the server makes nothing that night. That's, they might have another table or so besides that, but that's pretty much it. That's their night. So you can't. Now, I tell my servers all the time, pressure's on. If I'm going to allow you to charge a 20% gratuity, you better provide service that's warranted the 20% gratuity. Very important. So, but yeah, it's quite common. They have to address that whenever they put the check down to the table, and they need to say, gratuities included. Thank you so much. You just want to sign the bill, and you're good to go. But yeah, that's pretty common.
I'm with you. By the way, I'm a 50% and up tipper. People work their asses off, man. It's a really difficult job, and they deserve to be tipped. What do you do though when your people, when 6 couples come in, and teens do this all the time, and I want to dump their food on their head. And there's like 16 of them, and they all want separate checks. That's just annoying. Do you accept that?
We do it because now with the point of sale systems that they have now, depending on the venue, some places it's easier and some places it's harder depending on the point of sale system, but you should be able to separate it pretty quickly. It's a little bit of a pain, granted. My hang-up is, the caveat with me is there'll be 8 couples. Okay, well, if it takes me 2 minutes per couple to do the check, do the math.
Right.
That's 20 minutes. So if you pay your bill first, you're out in, let's say, 3 minutes. Let's say 3 minutes by the time you get the person to sign it, give them the bill, organize it, print it out, run their card. Let's say that's 3 minutes. Well, the last couple, 20 minutes later, they're getting their bill taken care of. Well, now they start to get a little bit of annoyed. So I just tell everybody, be patient. The service will separate it. They'll give you separate checks. But it's a little bit of a pain, but it's nothing that you can't, nothing the restaurant shouldn't be able to. If the servers know ahead of time, if you're going to do that, if you're going to do separate checks, it's way better to tell the servers ahead of time whenever you arrive that we're going to be separate checks. I'm with her. She's with me. This one's with that one. This one's with that one. Keep them separated ahead of time so that you know. If they don't know ahead of time, it can be a real messy undertaking for the server.
Joe Tambolini from Tambolini's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful restaurant. Hey, man, so this guy says, so he had 6 people, they charged 20%. Then the 7th person comes in, they added 25% to the bill. Does that seem cool?
Ouch. That might be a little, 25%, now we're getting into a little bit of a, that might be a little bit uncalled for at that point. Now, 20% is pretty stiff. 18% to 20% was always the standard.
So hold on, Joe. If you see that at a restaurant, can you bring it up before you all start eating that you don't think 25% is cool?
You can address it. Yes, absolutely. You can address it. You can say, 25%. I mean, now we're into a realm now where it's a little bit steep, and 20% should be the standard.
But why are they adding 5%? Do you know?
No. That one I don't. I do not know. And I know some places are trying to add credit card fees and everything. And I'm like, just add that to your check. Add that to your pricing. I mean, that starts to get a little bit sketchy if you're you're nitpicking a little bit.
Hey, my man, before you go, Chloe's going to Pitt, my daughter. So you did it.
Is she?
She is, man.
I love it.
You did it. You did it.
She's coming up. Tell her she got meatballs every week.
Uncle Joe.
She wants to do, come over every Friday. Daddy's
got to buy her and her little big brain boyfriend dinner for a year now because I wanted her at Pitt. Thank you.
You got it. I'm so happy. I'm excited.
I love you, my man. Thanks, brother.
Thank you. Love you. Thanks, Marty.
Love him. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. Right back, folks.
Hey, folks, Marty here. Check this out. My man, JK. He owns Hofstadt's in Oakmont. They have a drive-by fish fry. Starts Ash Wednesday. Check this out, folks. You pull up to the curb in front of Hofstadt's, which is right there in the heart of Oakmont on Allegheny Avenue. You get your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry. Get it? Bring your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry. Hofstadt's. Unbelievable.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
Feel like everything's clouded by doubt? Visit CaliforniaPsychics.com. Our psychics are available to talk 24/7, and we guarantee if it's not life-changing, it's free. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychics.
I love this song! I love nachos.
Loving everything? You might be buzzed.
You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzz warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Here's how to get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
The trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys. Good what he does.
Get the good guys, good Richard guys.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 55 and overcast. 11:30 now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Homicide detectives are investigating in the 1000 block of Duquesne Boulevard after a pedestrian was struck by an Audi sedan shortly before 9 a.m. First responders say the pedestrian was in the roadway at the time. The victim was taken to a hospital in critical condition and the driver remained on scene. Tomorrow's scheduled closure of the McKees Rocks Bridge has been postponed due to inclement weather in the forecast. And the closure to install overhead signs will be rescheduled. Ross Township commissioners have approved a former Steelers player bid to open a medical marijuana dispensary. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Former Steelers guard David DeCastro is the applicant for the dispensary and received a unanimous vote of approval Monday night after a challenge over regulations. The vote was delayed last month after questions were raised about the Whole Plants LLC's dispensary's compliance with township regulations. DeCastro was asked to present additional evidence proving the business meets all zoning and regulatory requirements. The owner of the neighboring Laserstorm laser tag facility, who first opposed the dispensary because he thought his business could be jeopardized, has changed his mind. The proposed marijuana dispensary will take the place of G&G Fitness Equipment along McKnight Road. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
The president speaks to Congress tonight for the first time in his second term. Mr. Trump's message is expected to cover tariffs and the economy, additional funds for border security and foreign policy. President Trump is scheduled to speak at 9 p.m. We'll carry his address live on KDKA Radio. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 767 points at 42,424. The Nasdaq down 290 now, and the S&P is down 104. KDKA Radio News Time 11:32. Our next update at noon on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
That's are us when dreams don't come in. That's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 412-556-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 412-556-BATH.
That's are us when dreams don't come in. That's are us.
It's a preview of spring savings at Coons Market. Isn't that right, Frank Dentisi?
Right, Rob. Save with your Coons Reward Card. Fresh pasteurized lump crab meat, 1 pound cans, $9.49 each. Red or green seedless grapes are 99 cents a pound. And selected varieties of essential everyday coffee K-Cups, 12-count package, $3.88 each. Additional savings in our meat department, all natural boneless skinless chicken thighs, $2.79 a pound. And Prairie Fresh natural boneless pork loin chops or roast for $2.99 a pound. In our produce department, all-purpose Idaho potatoes, 5-pound bags, $1.99 each. And fresh blueberries, 1-pint containers, 2 for $6. In our deli department, hardwood smoked Eckrich, Genoa, or hard salami, $5.49 a pound. In our bakery, fresh baked Kaiser rolls, 8-count packages, $3.50 each. And this week, selected varieties of Kraft chunk or shredded cheese, 7 to 8 ounce packages, 2 for $5.
And it's happening right now at Coons Market, your local neighborhood grocer. How do you find the one nearest you? Click on coonsmarket.com.
When your heat goes out, you need help fast. And you need someone you can trust. Call McVeigh Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The experts at McVeigh are trained to repair any type of heating system and any brand of heating system. With McVeigh, you're sure to get friendly, honest, and reliable service. Their responsive team is ready to get your heating system fixed fast, so you and your family are warm, comfortable, and worry-free. Don't wait. Call McVeigh Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling or go to callmcveigh.com to schedule an appointment.
Asbestos-related deaths in Allegheny County are 50 to 100% higher than the national average. In a city defined by its history with steel making, many local area tradesmen and steel workers were exposed to asbestos on the job and are now suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma. If you have been diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, you may be entitled to compensation even if you smoked. For a free consultation, contact the Pittsburgh-based law firm Goldberg, Persky & White at 1-800-COMPLEX or online at gpwlaw.com.
If you are new to Medicare and have questions, Aetna can help. Aetna has a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plan includes benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-3415 to learn more. A licensed agent will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen Gamble, how's it looking out there, my friend?
All right, it's looking pretty good in most spots, Marty. Accident is one of the spots where it's not. This in Sewickley on Broad Street at Thorne Street. Also a little bit slow for you on northbound 28, right around the Millvale interchange. We're seeing sluggish traffic there. Just minor delays as you approach both the Squirrel Hill and Fort Pitt tunnels on their respective parkways. And behind the Liberty tunnels, if you're trying to head out there through the noontime hour, you just have traffic light delays on 51 northbound and on West Liberty Avenue, Route 19 as you come out of the South Hills. Banksville Road is a smooth ride heading toward the main line of the Parkway West. And if you're headed outbound toward the western suburbs or Pittsburgh International on the Parkway West 376, it's a good ride. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will turn noticeably milder with clouds and some intervals of sun with a high reaching 62. Tonight, cloudy with some rain after midnight, though 47. Cloudy, breezy, and mild tomorrow with rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This traffic report sponsored by Robert Half.
Folds of Honor has been meeting sacrifice with hope since 2019 in Western PA. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. Their scholarship application process is officially open from February 1st until March 31st. Apply today at foldsofhonor.org/scholarships. Please consider a donation to help provide scholarships at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Our recruiting professionals utilize an award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Okay, Tuesday, here we go. We have a Democratic mayoral candidate war of words. Let's see if that spills into today. So much more. 2 to 6, Colin Dunlap, right here, KDK.
It's Marty Griffin. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. Come on by. Remember the challenge Mark Soraya put out there this morning. You come by here and eat 4 punchki live. They're big. I would never do it ever. You get a cake to go home with. Woo. 4 punchki. Might as well give me 4 basketballs. I love this joint. So I love Warren Buffett, one of my favorite people. Lives in the same house he got married in. Drives the same kind of car. One of the richest men on earth. A lot of wisdom, a lot of kindness, a lot of charitable donations, a lot of advice that has been insanely sound over the years. So I see this piece on CBS Sunday, and Warren Buffett says, and I quote, "Tariffs are an act of war." With Norah O'Donnell, he said, tariffs are actually, we've had a lot of experience with them, Buffett said. They're an act of war to some degree. Over time, they're a tax on goods. And then he said, I mean, the tooth fairy doesn't pay them. We pay them. consumers pay them. Andy says it will jack up inflation. Well, looks like the market agrees with him. The tariffs went in place this morning, as you know by now, with Canada and Mexico. And the markets are in what they describe as a sell-off. In fact, according to the Wall Street Journal, the S&P 500 has now erased its year-to-date gains and is in negative territory. You know, someone else who would have said, "I told you so"? One of my favorite people, financial advisor Carrie Coghill. Good morning, Carrie. How are you?
Good morning, Marty. I'm doing great. Sounds like you are too out there at Oakmont Bakery.
I'm not surprised by this, are you, Carrie?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, you know, here's the thing. Even going into this year, the market was really priced for perfection. We didn't have a correction last year, and we define a correction in the market as down 10%, basically. You don't really enter that bear market territory until you get down 20%. But we knew going into this year that any little thing could actually cause the market to come down. And when you have tariffs, it's really what's happening right now and why the market is going down is that it's a repricing of assets. And what I mean by that is when you have tariffs, as you mentioned, this can be very inflationary. And when you have inflation, you have to reprice what things are worth. And in the case of the stock market, it's future earnings. So, so that's what's happening. We're really getting a readjustment of price.
Wall Street Journal says stocks might need to pay for an expensive economics lesson. You agree with that?
I do. I think that this is a real trigger on many levels. We know that protectionism is inflationary to begin with, you know, and I support bringing manufacturing back to this country,
of course, yes,
and so forth. But when you look at the reasons why globalization happened, it really was to help with keeping prices lower. So looking at what's happening now, add tariffs on top of that, and it really is a repricing of assets. But Marty, going into this year, and you and I may have talked about this, I understand, you know, you can look at the game plan and to have tariffs, and there are certain things that monetary policy and fiscal policy and these directives by the White House can do, but there are two things they can't do. They can't control how consumers spend money, and they can't control how corporations price their product. And those two things are really what's causing the problem now. We are seeing the consumer slow. I was just in Florida on business. My flight wasn't full. Restaurants where we had trouble getting reservations in the past, you know, pretty much wide open. So people are getting nervous. And when they get nervous, they retreat. So we're starting to see some of that. And quite honestly, you know, it doesn't matter what words come out of the White House. It's not going to change consumers' behavior when they're really nervous about what lies ahead.
Carrie Coghill joining us with Coghill Investment Strategies. The Wall Street Journal suggested these tax cuts, adding to what she's suggesting, along with the economy slowing down and consumers don't have confidence. It also disrupts all sorts of investment and hiring plans. Do you agree with that, Carrie?
Yes, it absolutely does. You know, everything kind of with this level of uncertainty, and you know, here's the silver lining in it, is that there's an awful lot of uncertainty right now. And you know, when people say, should I get out of the market? What should I do? The reality is that this type of an environment, one press conference can send the market in a different direction. We're not talking about a real systemic problem at this point. We're talking about economic issues that tend to ebb and flow for different reasons over different decades. And for us that are in it every day, we understand this. So, you know, we don't panic because we understand how these things flow. Unfortunately, the average American isn't in it every day like we are, and they get nervous and they get scared. So even if we do get tax cuts, I don't think that that's going to necessarily change the behavior of the consumer because the fear is still out there on these other issues. So they're not connected. It's kind of like Trudeau just spoke, the Prime Minister of Canada.
Right.
And he's even suggesting, this mismatch. If you want to fight fentanyl, how do tariffs actually...
I don't know, Carrie.
There's no connection.
No, no. Carrie Coghill with Coghill Investment Strategies. All right, what do you tell folks out there who are now freaking out because the market's down 500 points? What do you tell them?
Well, going into this year, what we were telling our clients is, look, this could be a bumpy year. We really don't know what lies ahead, and surely we didn't. So in an environment like that, what you want to make sure of is that you have cash you need for the next 12 months. So we weren't selling out of the market. We were just making sure that what the needs were, the cash needs of our clients, we had on the sidelines, so we didn't have to worry about selling into groups. I think that, the other thing that you want to think about is just what your allocation is. Sometimes we let our allocations run. If your portfolio is 60% in stocks, and now because of the great growth that we had last year, it's now 70% in stocks, it's a good time to rebalance that. Because if the economy does slow, the sector of the market that potentially could perform are bonds. So everyone's situation is different. This by no means is a recommendation, but just keeping your risk tolerance in check and making sure that the cash you need for the upcoming year is on the sideline.
Hey, Carrie, before you go, is this sell-off an overreaction, do you think?
I don't look at it necessarily as an overreaction because I do think that the market was priced to perfection. But my biggest word of caution is now is not the time to let's not go to cash here. Because these issues, this market, if our president, tonight he's speaking to Congress, he might come out and say something that will send this market 1,000 points higher tomorrow. This is really a battle of, things that are out of our control that can change on a dime. If this were something more systemic, then I think that, then you have to really consider your risk tolerance and how your portfolio is allocated.
Carrie Coghill, you're the best. It's such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
It's fascinating to watch. Carrie Coghill, Coghill Investment Strategies. We'll be right back, folks. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. Stop on by. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser, Ellen Gamble. What's up out there?
All right, Marty, what's up is northbound 28 has a bit of a traffic slowdown for you. We're looking out live with our PennDOT cameras as you approach the Millvale interchange. Looks like police have a vehicle off to the side of the road there. Hard to tell through the trees, I'll admit, whether it's an actual accident or a disabled vehicle, but in either case, it's slowing your ride on northbound 28. You'll get in line between the 31st and 40th Street bridges as you're trying to make your way north on 28. Coming inbound toward town on the Parkway West, things are rolling well for you till right around that Banksville on-ramp. Then it's a little heavy getting into the Fort Pitt tunnels and coming through the entrance to downtown there. Parkway East inbound, you're lining up between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill Tunnel portal. I-279 is rolling well for you coming down toward the city that way. Same story with Route 65 and 51 coming out of the Ohio Valley. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
Jackson Hewitt wants you to save money on tax prep. We're saving money by having our intern rap in this commercial.
Don't stress, Jackson Hewitt's got expert tax prep, 149 or less. Yo, some tax guys lie about price. They got hidden fees, that ain't nice. Don't ignore MC Kevin's rhyme, cause this deal's for a limited time. 149.
For tax prep that's $149 or less, hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
No cap.
Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN's birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free. Visit NordVPN and discover the benefits. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. Encrypt your online traffic. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN.
Hey folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DiLicente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DiLicente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. That's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life, your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I'm Maureen. I'm 61 years old. I've lost 55 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. It's been an easy journey. It's really changed my mindset around food. I think Awaken 180 has worked for me better than any other program because I could stick to it. I didn't get hungry. On other programs, I felt like I was always starving. I never felt hungry. My energy is amazing. I can't believe how much more energy I have. And just even taking a walk, I can go so much faster because it's 50 pounds less that I'm carrying with me. I'm out of plus-size clothes. That was one of my goals. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Paul Alexander here, and thanks to Awaken 180, Maureen lost 55 pounds. The program is easy and the results are real. Do what we did and find your success with the solution for weight loss. Online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Hey folks, here's what I love. Right now, pay attention because this is important stuff. And it's really, really a great opportunity.
Hold on a second.
Right now it's tax season. What a better way, great way to invest in your home than brand new energy efficient windows. During Universal Windows Direct Tax Time Sale, you can save big while making your home more comfortable and energy efficient. I love this company. I love what they do, and I love what they represent. At the end of the day, folks, check this out. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Need 4, pay for 2. Need 20, you get it. You only pay for 10. It's a perfect time. And check this out. Right now, pay no interest until 2030. None. 412-543-6003. They've done windows in my neighborhood. Unbelievable work. 412-545-6003. Or visit universalwindowsdirect.com. These are the last windows you'll ever need. Go with Universal Windows Direct. Like me, you'll be saving and saying, I love my windows.
Where Pittsburgh comes to talk. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bum, 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 bum. Man, I know we don't want to dwell on it, but it's actually fascinating what happens to the stock market and what happens now. And I know folks support what Trump's doing, and good for him. That's his thing. So he puts these tariffs in place in Mexico and Canada. So then Canada turns around and spanks us with a 25% tariff. And then the stock market, the Dow has dropped 800 points. And as you heard me say, and as you heard Kerry Coghill, who is a true guru and one of my favorite people, all the gains of the year are gone. It's regrettable. So just a quick look at what people say will cost Americans more. Okay? Okay. Depending on the product, obviously, but the businesses, they're not going to absorb this. Mexico is the largest supplier of fruit and vegetables to the United States. How about that? leads an export of grain, livestock, meats, poultry, and more. Canada. Grocery retailers will be jacking up their prices to absorb these higher tariffs. Target CEO says that Target may be forced to raise prices on fruit and vegetables as soon as this week. I got to ask my man Bill Artman with Giant Eagle. Excuse me. Target relies heavily on Mexican produce imports during the winter. Makes sense. U.S. imported $46 billion of agricultural products last year from Mexico. So if there's a 25% tariff, there you go. There you go. Fresh fruits was the biggest. Consumer electronics. Top goods imported from China. Cell phones, laptops, TVs, video games, consoles, monitors, home appliances. We are also reliant on toys and sporting goods. China. The United States gets 75% of its imported toys and sports equipment from China. What did Warren Buffett say? This is a war. And he doesn't like this at all. He thinks this is inflationary. It's an act of war. Cars in America not sold, specifically not purely made in America. Not a vehicle in the market today that won't be affected in some form or fashion by tariffs. So look at the car prices to go up. What's fascinating about this is, in the case of Canada and Mexico, Trump is using this as a weapon to try to get them to take fentanyl off the market and to control immigration. How do you monitor that? How? How do you monetize that? What ends up happening here? You tell me. I'll be curious to see how Americans react to the tariffs. I'll be curious to see how big retailers handle the tariffs, if they absorb some of the losses until they can't anymore. But if you look at what's involved here, check this out. The cost of producing cars throughout North America, for folks who say they're going to move their production here, will rise between $4,000 and $12,000. It will make no sense for some of these car companies to say, let's just build here, if a car is going to cost $12,000 more in America. The tariffs are in place, folks. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back.
Turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Brought to you by Service Master of Greater Pittsburgh, Demand, the Yellow Van, McVeigh Plumbing and Heating, and by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
Suddenly it's spring. Discover everything for your home at the 43rd Annual Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, March 7 through 16, Convention Center downtown. Shop the region's most trusted marketplace. See what's new at over 1,200 exhibits with everything for your home. Ask the experts. Discover the farm-to-table lifestyle. Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning knows a comfortable home is more important than ever. Does your home have rooms that are too hot or too cold? With a multi-zone solution from Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, you can keep every room at just the right temperature. Phillips Heating and Air Conditioning is your local Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning diamond contractor and can help you with all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit phillipsheating.com, call 412-431-6563, or visit booth 2216 at the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show. Don't miss the largest home event in America with acres of products and services in one place at one time. The Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, March 7 through 16, Convention Center, downtown.
Hey folks, Marty Griffin. I go back years with Rob Pierce from Robert Pierce and Associates. One of my go-to guys. They've been at it more than 40 years. Clients are never charged unless the case is won. That remains the foundation of this firm's work. led by managing partner Rob Pierce. This family-owned firm dedicated to helping friends and neighbors in the fight against negligence, wrongdoing, and abuse. I've seen it, folks. Skilled professionals, professional injury attorneys, and legal professionals. The firm provides compassionate and experienced representation to injury victims and their families, from personal injury and nursing home abuse to medical malpractice and Social Security disability cases. Robert Pierce and Associates been serving communities around this city, state, and the region for 40 years, committed to ensuring full and fair compensation. Call them right now for a no-obligation consultation. 412-214-7477.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 58 and mostly cloudy. 12 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. There's been a reaction to U.S. tariffs now in effect on goods from China, Mexico, and Canada. All three nations are moving swiftly to retaliate, with Chinese officials saying they're not afraid of a trade war. Mexico has just announced taxes on certain products, but has yet to specify which ones. Beijing has just added extra tariffs of up to 15% on imports of American farm products, including chicken, pork, soy, and beef. And Canada is imposing a 25% tariff on more than $20 billion in U.S. imports, thought to include beer, wine, bourbon, home appliances, and Florida orange juice. What effect will these tariffs have on the economy? Here's CBS business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
We expect the overall inflation rate, as long as these tariffs stay in place for a while, we are seeing economists project that inflation could rise by, say, 0.5 percentage point on an annualized basis, from a 3% inflation rate to a 3.5%, and maybe even a 4% inflation rate.
Former Oakmont teacher Mark Fogel and the family of Butler firefighter Corey Comparator will attend President Donald Trump's speech to a joint session of Congress tonight. Fogel and his mother and Comparator's widow and 2 daughters are among the guests of First Lady Melania Trump. Our live coverage of the address starts at 9 p.m. on KDKA Radio. A man shot during a police raid in Westmoreland County has died at a hospital. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has the latest.
52-year-old Lau Cessna, who was shot and critically wounded by police last month, died at UPMC Presbyterian Hospital on Monday afternoon. The police shooting happened along McKinley Avenue in East Vandergrift on February 14th when law enforcement officers raided an apartment above the post office looking to serve a warrant. At the time, police said shots were fired but didn't provide any details other than a man was taken into custody and taken to the hospital. It's unclear how Cessna was connected to the warrant that was being served. The Pennsylvania State Police is handling the investigation. Tamira Rush, News Radio, KDKA.
The 5900 block of Baum Boulevard has reopened after police investigated a suspicious package. An employee of a nearby business noticed that package and called 911. The bomb squad responded and later said papers, wires, and vials containing liquids were inside. A hazmat team determined the contents were not dangerous, but the FBI is testing items from the box at its lab. A travel expert says if you don't have a real ID, now is the time to get the documents you'll need before the deadline in about 2 months. News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado has that story.
You may think you have what you need, but discover the hard way that you don't. AAA's Jim Garrity says that could mean not having your actual birth certificate with the county seal. Or if you're a woman who's been married or divorced or both, you need to have the Social Security card with the correct name. All things you need to send for it now to get in time.
You don't want to get to the finish line, find out that you're going to be late and unable to fly because of having the wrong documents and then needing to order replacement documents, and that's going to
that helps
now because that could take some time too.
He says the last thing you want is to show up for a fully paid vacation come May and be told you can't fly. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 652 points at 42,540. The Nasdaq down 173 and the S&P down 80 points. KDKA Sports preseason baseball this afternoon in Bradenton as the Red Sox visit the Pirates, and the Penguins are starting a road trip against the Avalanche tonight at Colorado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 12:04. Recently lost health insurance or don't have insurance through an employer? Call One Health Benefits today at 724-799-8873. It's 58 now, mostly cloudy in Pittsburgh with the AccuWeather forecast next.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-431-2715. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-431-2715. 800-431-2715. 800-431-2715.
Hey folks, it's Marty. I want to talk about my favorite family-owned construction business, the three cousins at C&S Cousins Construction. Local guys, Sam, Steve, Calvin. They keep working right now through the winter months. If you're looking to winterproof your home, new windows, doors, siding, even a beautiful new outdoor living space built in time for summer, deck, porch, patio. Call them now. Just mention Get Marty. 10% off your entire project. C&S Cousins Construction. 989-COUSINS. 989-COUSINS.
Suddenly it's spring. Discover everything for your home at the 43rd Annual Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, March 7 through 16, Convention Center downtown. Shop the region's most trusted marketplace. See what's new at over 1,200 exhibits with everything for your home. Ask the experts. Discover the farm-to-table lifestyle. Philips Heating and Air Conditioning knows a comfortable home is more important than ever. Does your home have rooms that are too hot or too cold? With a multi-zone solution from Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning, you can keep every room at just the right temperature. Philips Heating and Air Conditioning is your local Mitsubishi Electric Heating and Air Conditioning diamond contractor and can help you with all your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit phillipsheating.com, call 412-431-6563, or visit booth 2216 at the Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show. Don't miss the largest home event in America with acres of products and services in one place at one time. The Pittsburgh Home and Garden Show, March 7 through 16, Convention Center, downtown.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group. With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will turn noticeably milder with clouds and some intervals of sun with a high reaching 62. Tonight, cloudy with some rain after midnight, though 47. Cloudy, breezy, and mild tomorrow with rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
2D Mechanical Systems, Pittsburgh's HVAC, plumbing, and electric leaders, is a family business that I truly admire. 2D culture is built on ethics, service, and making a difference in our community. 2D Mechanical Systems, they're the people you want working in your home.
The 50,000-watt voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, sorry. I get distracted. I digress. We're down. Is it down or at Oakmont? We're probably at. It's probably at Oakmont. We're at Oakmont. I love Oakmont, man. Man, when I was a kid, this was a sleepy little river town. Not no mo. Damn. There's some players out here. My man JK owns like 9 restaurants out here. All of them are really good. I love his food. Michael A's, I mean, you name it. Hofstadt's the lot, you name it. And then Sorreo's joint, amazing. There are homes on the river right now, going up, that are $3.5 and $4 million in Pittsburgh. I promise you, that never happened in this town until the last couple of years. And folks, I love it. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous town, man. My cousin, Tommy, who I love to death, and his wonderful, wonderful, wonderful wife that I love to death, they live out here, and they're on the river, and it's friggin' beautiful. I love Oakmont. I can see why people want to live here. It's very cool. My man, Andy Sheehan, just texted me reporting that Chris Ragland has withdrawn his name from the nomination to become the Pittsburgh police chief. I like Chris, actually. Well, I had him on several times. Very honest, very hardworking. I've talked to him a lot recently. He's actually a very honest man. But if you want the truth, and I'll tell you the truth, he had kind of had enough. He was fed up with the process and the politics and the bickering, and he was annoyed that they were telling him he would have to go through this kind of a bizarre interview process with background checks and polygraph kind of stuff, and he apparently has withdrawn his name. I've been texting him here, and at the end of the day, folks, it's a tough job, man. I know a bunch of cops. They're up against it in Pittsburgh for a multitude of reasons. First of all, they're down about, depending on who you talk to, 250 cops. And that really makes it difficult to be a cop. It makes it even more difficult to be the chief because they get blamed for everything. And he's a tough guy, and he's a good guy. He's disciplinarian. He has a great background, a military background. This is kind of the gig he wanted his whole life. It just is. And but think about this. If you take that job and Gainey gives it to you, okay? So if you look at the polls right now, Gainey's getting crushed by Corey in the polls. So you'd be chief for what? A couple months. And then Corey would bring his guy in. And then let's say you get the gig. Let's say you get the gig. Then what happens? Well, then you face a town that's teetering on Act 47. Okay? And you face roughly 650 cops who are a bit anxious, and that's putting it lightly, about not getting paid. And their argument is fair. If cops in surrounding communities are making 100,000 plus and you're making 65, the whole vibe is that they're getting screwed. And by the way, I see what they're saying and actually side with them. So now you have an angry force of frustrated cops who want a massive raise that will never happen. It will never happen. This city will never be able to keep up with the Joneses, the outside suburbs, the smaller communities that have healthy tax bases that can pay a handful of cops. They're just never going to do it. It will never happen. And so we're expecting to hear from Chris Ragland. I like him, and I like the job that he did. He lives downtown. And my boy Sheehan texted me that he pulled his name from consideration. It's an uphill battle. I was told he had, he told me, quite frankly, he had something else lined up and was moving on down the line. I get it completely. 100% get it. All right, folks. So according to my boy Andy Sheehan, and I'm texting here with Chief Ragland, trying to get him to come on briefly and talk to you, but it looks like, according to KDKA and my man Sheehan, Ragland has withdrawn his name from consideration. He was out of town training last week. I was trying to get him on the air. I like him. Whether or not people like him is not what's relevant. What's relevant is it's a next to impossible job to take on. A city that's struggling financially, that doesn't have the money to hire more cops, that doesn't have the money to pay the cops that it has, and has a public that's disgusted with crime and wants more cops. All right? I'm sure there's a lot more to come. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. Stop by and see us. We'll see you in a minute.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
Transforming your land with a John Deere compact tractor is as easy as connect, latch, load, haul, spread. Cutting grass is as simple as roll, click, mow. Box blading is as effortless as hook, lock, grade. And backhoeing is as convenient as turn around, switch, dig. Because when you've got the versatility to tackle just about any job and dealer support in your own backyard, you just have to get in the seat. Find the right compact tractor for you at johndeere.com.
Lowe's knows that free is just better. That's why MyLowe's Rewards is free to join. As a member, you earn points towards MyLowe's money on eligible purchases, get exclusive free gifts, and earn free shipping at Silver Key status, all on top of weekly member-only deals. Don't wait. Join MyLowe's Rewards for free today and start saving more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
When you buy appliances, they break. Just the truth. Check this out. Voss TV and Appliance. They have their own crews, their own folks, techs that fix this stuff, and they're magnificent. Here's the other thing about Voss. Our dishwasher broke. They got a new dishwasher in our house within a week and a half. In this marketplace, in crazy weather, during crazy times. Voss TV and Appliance, 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L. It works. Hey, folks, it's Marty. I love this. The 4-day sale at Levin Furniture and Mattress was too good to miss. So my friend Robert Levin and his team are extending this amazing sale. Get not one, not two, not three, but 4 times the sales tax discount. Plus, save up to 50% on new arrivals. Get 5 years special financing with no money down. And the lowest guaranteed prices on Tempur-Pedic and Purple for life. Levin's extended 4-day sale happening now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress stores. Love it. My friends at NASCO. I love NASCO Roofing. They take pride in exceeding thousands of customers' expectation. Great roofing, great service. Janet from Pittsburgh was pleased with how quickly NASCO did her job. She loves NASCO's professional courtesy and the price. Roofs are all NASCO does. Thousands of customers like Janet. Let them satisfy your next roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day and special financing. NASCO.
CBS Eye on Veterans, presented by American Military University. As we live through this current era of radical change, many veterans are finding themselves in need of greater support, and the Purple Heart Foundation is there to help. CEO Stephen Ruckman explains how.
Whether you're a Purple Heart recipient or not, and their families who might be in need. We have 4 pillars of support: short-term financial issues, suicide prevention and mental health issues, academic scholarships, and service dogs. and we're providing funding and debts that the VA does not support and will not support. And as we've said, Phil, and I've told you before, if the federal government did for our veterans what it ought to do, we would be unnecessary.
CBS Eye on Veterans is presented by American Military University. Veterans and their families receive 10% off undergraduate and master's level programs at American Military University, where your service is honored with savings.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Got a text from Pittsburgh's acting police chief. I guess he's not pursuing the full-time gig. A lot of cops texting me saying it's probably in his best interest. I was told he has jobs lined up. I liked him. A lot of cops didn't like him. A lot of cops don't like a lot of people. A lot of people don't like me. It's called life. But he was cool. He was an adult. Anyway, we might hear from him. We might not, but we will hear from one of my favorite Americans, Aliquippa Mayor Dwan Walker. Hi, Mayor. How are you, sir?
Hey, family. How you doing, Marty?
Good, my man. Let's help you out here. You're trying to do something really special, and I love this, and I'll post this on social. Tell our listeners what you'd like them to do, sir.
So we're in the running for what is called the Strongest Town Contest. We're going up against some big cities, and what it deals with is like certain things that we try for in the city of Aliquippa, for strive for safer streets and creating a great environment for Aliquippa. And also we're just trying to show that we're more than football. We're more than sports. That, like I said, we're in the middle of a renaissance, and the renaissance can't happen without the people. So we're just asking for people's support to go on to that website, www.strongesttowns.com, and vote for Aliquippa. And hopefully we can pull it out again. We're going to get some big cities, so it's kind of tough. But that website again is www.strongesttowns.com.
Yeah, I
posted to help us out.
I just posted it now, Mayor, on all social. We'll reach a lot of people for you. Why is this sort of thing important to you, sir?
Well, because again, I mean, I would say we're in the middle of a renaissance, and we're trying to do our best to show people that Aliquippa is just more than just sports. That there's a heartbeat in this town that's made all the sports teams what they are, and we're just trying to showcase that. You know, that we are just a city of people, black, white, everybody. You know, Greek. One day you can be Greek. 1 month you can be Italian. 1 month you can be Serbian. You know, 1 month you could be Croatian. You know, so this city brings a lot to the table, and we want to showcase that.
Well, it's tough too because of what you're suggesting. You're competing with big cities, and a lot of American cities are struggling right now. And so, you know, you get this award, you get in the process, you want some recognition, and put yourself on the map, draw some attention, make some good things happen. Nothing wrong with that, right, sir?
No, not at all, because again, you know, we try to do it our way. So if there's somebody out there to see, hey, I want to be a part of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, and they're doing good things, we're better to showcase that by letting people see exactly what we're trying to do and how they can come alongside of us and be a good partner and good collaborator with us. We're open for that, and we're looking for anybody that looks at Aliquippa and says, hey, I want to set up shop. I want to move my family there. I want to do some things there to make that community better and be a part of the solution rather than the problem.
Aliquippa Mayor Dwan Walker. It's called Aliquippa. It says that I just posted this on X and all the social. Aliquippa is a strong town. It's in the national running for a strong town title. They need everyone to vote for Aliquippa. They're competing against 3 larger cities, but need to prove they can win. They're a city of winners, so vote. Go to www.strongestttown.com, strongestttown.com. And by the way, the voting, Mayor, ends this Thursday, so folks got to get on it, right, sir?
Yeah, please get active if you can, and get on there and vote. Man, tell your friends, tell their friends, and let's see what happens. I mean, hey, we put our hat in the ring, you know.
My man, I love you, and we'll do whatever we can. Just let me know.
I love you too, Marty.
All right, my man, thank you.
I love you too, man. You be blessed. Keep doing what you're doing, Marty.
All right, my man.
You.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I love him. One of my favorite people. You know why? Because he gives a damn. It all starts with that. You know, people are so amazing. I just had a woman come up and gave me a hug. And she's wearing a mask. And we have cookies out here with my ugly face on them. And I gave her some cookies, and she hugged me. And she's battling cancer. And we had gone to her house with Carlos with Greater Pitt Tree Service and cut down a tree in her yard. And it was hanging into a neighbor's yard. And the poor thing's battling cancer, trying to save her own life. And her neighbor's talking about sewer and getting police involved, suing her and getting police involved and making life miserable and creating great stress for her. And my friend Carlos from Greater Pitt Tree Service came in and took her tree down for her because he's a hell of a man. And I love him for it. Regarding Aliquippa, good for them. Vote for them. I put it on X, we put it on Facebook. And you know what? These sorts of awards give towns recognition for things other than high school football. And they're great at that. And they have a great school there. And it's a great team. It's a great reputation. But they deserve more. And they deserve better. And I would hope that you folks would vote for Aliquippa. Some of the breaking news tonight is the Trump is speaking to the country, State of the Union. Hey, do yourself a favor. Whether you like him or not, watch it. I feel like we're kind of in an interesting crossroads in American history, right? Where a lot of folks have big disagreements about politics and policy. I would hope that you would take a moment and try and think of how you can find hope in this very tense situation across America. I would think that a lot of us would be able to join together and support the best we can this administration. Because it means a lot that we're kind of all unified. Yes, we have cookies here and got to give them out. Thank you. I have actually lost friends over any support I've had for any Trump's policies. One of my friends who I love to death, who texted me 10 times a day until I took up for Trump with some of his policies. The same way Fetterman has, by the way. The same way anybody would support America, in America making a difference together. But some people just can't manage it. But I got to learn, and we all have to learn to support the best we can America. All right? Tonight, the State of the Union, what time does it start? 9 o'clock. And Trump has promised to tell it like it is. I'm sure he will. We'll be right back, folks.
Hey, folks, Marty here. Check this out. My man, JK. He owns Hofstadt's in Oakmont. They have a drive-by fish fry. Starts Ash Wednesday. Check this out, folks. You pull up to the curb in front of Hofstadt's, which is right there in the heart of Oakmont on Allegheny Avenue. You get your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry. Get it? Bring your ash, then bring your cash to the drive-by fish fry. Hofstadt's. Unbelievable.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? Yikes. When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Here's how to get the same fast, reliable nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Plans start at just $20 a month, and that's not a short-term promo. Our U.S.-based experts will get you switched and saving in about 20 minutes. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing.
Jackson Hewitt wants you to save money on tax prep. We're saving money by having our intern rap in this commercial.
Don't stress, Jackson Hewitt's got expert tax prep, $149 or less. Yo, some tax guys lie about price. What? They got hidden fees, that ain't nice. Ain't nice. Don't ignore MC Kevin's rhyme, cause this deal's for a limited time. $149.
For tax prep that's $149 or less, hurry into Jackson Hewitt today.
No cap.
Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get 3 rooms Zero Resified starting at $129. Take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com today.
From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 59 degrees at Pittsburgh International at 12:30. I'm Paul Alexander. This just in reports that interim police chief Christopher Ragland has withdrawn his name from consideration for the position of Pittsburgh police chief. KDK's Andy Sheehan reported that his sources tell him that Ragland has decided to leave the force altogether. Ragland was tapped by Mayor Ed Gainey to replace Chief Larry Scarato, who chose to retire after sparking controversy about his officiating college basketball games. Council had wanted Ragland and any candidates for the position to testify under oath during the interview process about their plans. So far, no confirmation to KDK Radio by the Gainey administration. We're also working to get reaction from City Council. Also just in, a new report says Shell is exploring the potential sale of its chemical assets in Europe and the U.S. No final decisions on whether to sell have been made, but according to the Wall Street Journal, Shell's $15 billion Beaver County petrochemical complex in Monaca is part of the discussions. The plant has been targeted by environmental activists and nearby residents who have complained about foul smells. Allegheny County homicide detectives are investigating a pedestrian collision in Duquesne. Police say shortly after 9 this morning, someone was struck by an Audi sedan in the 1000 block of Duquesne Boulevard. First responders say the vehicle was traveling north when it struck a pedestrian who was in the roadway. The victim was transported to an area hospital, currently enlisted in critical condition. The driver of the vehicle remained on scene. Anyone with information is asked to contact county police. Man who twice entered the U.S. illegally has pleaded guilty to killing a motorcyclist in Dormont. News Radio KDK's Paul Rasmussen has the story.
26-year-old Saul Rivera Ramirez entered guilty pleas Monday on homicide by vehicle and other charges in the hit-and-run incident that took the life of Christian Sluka in September of last year. Sluka was hit from behind on West Liberty Avenue, thrown from the cycle, sustaining severe head injuries. He died a short time later at UPMC Mercy. Rivera Ramirez admitted he saw Sluka lying on the street but did not stop to help him and then turned himself in the next day. Rivera Ramirez was ordered to serve 2 to 4 years in prison and after that is expected to be deported for a second time. He was convicted in 2019 for illegal entry in Arizona and later did it again and was living in Etna. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 494 points, the Nasdaq down 116. The S&P 500 is down 68. KDK Radio News Time is 12:32. Our next update at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander, and the voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992 today.
Look, Julian Gray and I became good friends when my parents passed. And in those difficult times, I'll tell you what he did. He got us through it. Seriously, with estate planning, unbelievable. With managing the taxes, unbelievable. With the will, unbelievable. This is what they do, folks. They're certified elder law attorneys, and they are committed to helping you with legal issues and protecting your family. Julian Gray is the best I've ever known. I have gone in his office in a frenzy, worried about taxes, about the estate, about how to manage money, about how to manage my future. And Julian Gray and his people answer those questions. They're the best going. GrayOuterLaw.com, GrayOuterLaw.com. 412-458-6000, 412-458-6000. The best.
If you are new to Medicare and have questions, Aetna can help. Aetna has a Medicare Advantage plan that includes prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plan includes benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-833-771-3415 to learn more. A licensed agent will answer your call.
Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our DSMPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for over 20 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Clouds and some intervals of sunshine for the rest of today and becoming noticeably milder with a high of 62. It'll cloud up tonight with some rain after midnight, though 47. Tomorrow, breezy and mild with periods of rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high up to 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Loyalty has its rewards at your neighborhood Par-Mar store. See for yourself. Download the Par-Mar stores app today and find deals, coupons, and earn points to get free groceries. Dan Zangrilli reminding you that if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Okay, Tuesday, here we go. We have a Democratic mayoral candidate war of words. Let's see if that spills into today. So much more. 2 to 6, Colin Dunlap, right here, KDK.
Marty, hello.
A lot going on. Busy day. I've been texting with Pittsburgh Police Chief Chris Ragland. He is pulling his name from consideration. What he would have had to have done, so Gainey wanted him. Gainey would have to he nominated him for the job, and then council had to interview him. He didn't want to go through all that crap, to be honest. He just didn't. Kind of sort of became almost an interrogation process. He viewed it that way. Background checks, all this crazy stuff. And he said to hell with it. My words, not his. But I've been texting with him. He decided to move on. Most of the cops texting me think it's a good decision. Considering where Gainey is in the polls, I would probably say the same thing. If he took the gig, it would be part-time. Then he'd have to go through these ridiculous interviews, as his words, not mine. And he doesn't want to deal with it. And neither would I. But I like Chris Ragland. He's been nothing but straight up with me. And that's how I kind of judge people. He says, he's been texting me here, there's a news conference later. I'm guessing we'll hear more. Right now, considering where we are with Gainey in the polls, so let's say he took the gig, he'd have it a couple months. Corey wins in May, he's done. And what the hell's that for? Maybe it helps with your pension a little bit, but I also think just hearing through back channels, he was tired of the BS. The politics, the roller coaster, the financial crisis, the inability to really get more cops on the job, the inability to pay the cops on the job in Pittsburgh. That's a big, big deal that won't change. I don't care if they bring in Superman to be chief. I see Jason Lando's name thrown out there all the time. We go way back, way back. Love the man. Big, big fan. But why would he come here and take a pay cut to get his ass kicked? I don't know. All right. Let's talk about Oakmont. One of my favorite communities. I love it here, man. Man, I remember coming out here when I was a kid. There was a couple joints here, no one really living on the river. And now it's just, boom. It's amazing. The food, the entertainment, the theaters here, the bakeries here. There are houses on the river that are sick, and that's cool. There are $4 million houses going up. I'd have lost that bet growing up. Scott Thoda, how are you, man?
Thank you.
It's a boom town, right?
It's a boom town. It really is. It's a wonderful community. It is a bedroom community, but it's also a place that you can work.
Yeah.
And we commute. It's a tourist destination, not only the bakery, but obviously a multitude of restaurants in the borough, the theater. It's a place where we always say you can work, live, and play.
I love it. I think it's so cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine this, man, this kind of growth?
You know, I grew up down the river in Shaler, and you would come up here and you drove through it. You never stopped.
Yeah.
But it's a great place. I get emotional about it. I don't live here, but it's a great, wonderful community. People get along well. There's that, you have the variety of the housing here, you have the variety of the businesses, except for a couple, franchise pharmacies. Every store in this community is a mom and pop store.
No, it's cool, man. It's so cool to come out here. And but with growth comes a little friction, consternation, like traffic issues.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
And people in smaller communities try to make big deals out of smaller things. However, we're kind of at the intersection of the collision.
This is a waypoint.
Yeah.
And if we recall way back when we were kids, and Holton Bridge was only 2 lanes.
Whoa.
And all the traffic jam was on that side of the river in
I
Harmon.
forgot this.
So then all of a sudden traffic was always over there. And then PennDOT rightfully replaced Holton Bridge, made it 4 lanes, and moved the bottleneck over here because we switched now to 2 lanes. And a lot of other things happened is between Highland Park at the zoo and New Kensington, this is the only river crossing you have.
Oh.
So remember, during COVID and post-COVID, the Highland Park Bridge was out because of 28's upgrades. And then at one point or another, either New Kent Bridge or the Trenton Bridge were both closed, or one was still closed. Or
that's so
traffic.
true.
So what we're seeing is, yes, we're seeing destination traffic, but 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 5, we have through traffic that's either coming across the bridge to continue to North and Westmoreland County on 366, or further on to New Kent and Trenton, or going south back into Pittsburgh. And with Google Maps, people are discovering shortcuts. So they'll find that, if they make this turn here at 3rd Street, they go to Archie or Pennsylvania. So now we're getting through traffic into the neighborhoods. So luckily, PennDOT's been hearing us. And we met with PennDOT last week.
Nice.
I had a whole team of PennDOT representatives here.
So they do care.
They do care. And we're looking at a holistic approach. We met, the mayor was here, and council members, and our representative, our police chief was here, Mike Ford. So we're saying, don't look at 3rd Street also, PennDOT. Look at the fact that everything's dumping here. We have a signal that 2017 was new.
Yeah.
But it backs up. So we have to do some things with PennDOT. We threw around making an approach to Rich Fitzgerald at the SPC, and saying we need to put this corridor in the tip, and we make improvements here. And we're looking to do improvements this season that will force traffic not to go across the bridge, because when all this traffic occurred right here at 3rd Street, you would get sideswipe collisions because you've got to jump 3 lanes to go back across the bridge. So, it's not going to be tomorrow. We're going to start this year, but we've submitted grants to do things that hopefully we can get a signal that's newer, that adapts to traffic flows during the day, not just those set times and stuff.
You know what? And look, I'm boys with Mark. We're like
we
family,
know that.
So I'm
yes.
a little resentful that he gets blamed for all this. His success becomes, he's a jerk. He's causing all these accidents. That's not actually fair, is it?
It's not fair and it's not accurate.
Yeah.
We have Mark and Tony and I have a very good relationship.
Yeah.
We talk, we have each other's cell phones. You talk to Chris Raglan like I talk to these two.
Yeah.
And it is a blessing that they're the destination point. It's also sometimes, as I say, a curse. And
it is, man.
They're expanding their parking this year.
Yeah.
And they went through the process that any other community would have for land development approvals. So that will start. They do have options for additional parking in the future, maybe a couple years from now. But you ask somebody outside the community, what do you know about Oakmont? Hello, the bakery, and you go from there.
Man.
But
or the golf course.
Or the golf course. And there are, again, you go into town, there's so many other things that attract people.
I'm in, brother. I love it here.
Yeah.
But it's actually interesting because I kind of know all the backstories. The stuff that they squabble about, they don't have parking, I have parking. Big picture, what the public knows is, man, this is a really cool town that's growing. You have a story about growth. Most towns around here have a story about, man, we're going down the crapper.
A lot of places try to develop their land to look like Oakmont.
That's right.
With a downtown corridor, mixed uses, and then expanding out to residential as go along. But again, it's the strength, it's the age of the community, it's the vitality of the downtown corridor. You know, we're one of the only communities I'm aware of that has a park along the railroad tracks.
It's so true.
And it's a nice walking area.
My cousin and one of my close friends with UPMC, they lived along the river in the city. In those apartments, they had all these homeless folks, and they were irritated by it, which they should have been. They now live right down the street or on the river, and they're in freaking paradise.
Yes.
They walk everywhere, man.
They can. And that's the thing, is you can park your car on a Friday after work if you commute to town and never look back. And just leave it there, and you can walk to everything you want to do. And now it's 50 degrees outside today.
Yeah.
It's going to get warmer. So here comes more of the downtown vitality with walking traffic.
I mean, you have such a cool town. Do you ever get worn out by the small town bickering? Because it exists in all small towns.
It exists in it's a thing of Western Pennsylvania.
It is. I hear it in Levo, brother.
Levo. I come from Shaler, and I grew up in the Melville streets of Melville, and my dad was the streets of Etna. Yes. That's what makes Pittsburgh unique and makes Oakmont unique. But every community, especially in Oakmont, the civic pride.
I love it.
Strong civic pride, and people are they take that to heart, and they keep that as a thing in the back of their mind. It's like, I'm not going to let this place get screwed up on my watch.
It's beautiful, and
it's
you should be proud.
I am very proud. I'm very proud to work for the community. I'm very proud to work for the governing body. I love meeting with the business community. Again, we don't have franchises here. It's all entrepreneurs. It's mom and pops.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's what I like about it.
Thanks, my man.
Marty, it's good to meet you finally.
Without him being here, I would have told you the same thing. I love this town. We wanted to, if it weren't for 28, which when we moved back here from Dallas was like driving through hell, or Iraq or Kuwait, we'd be living here right now. But even 28's better now, which makes this even more attractive to a lot of people. You got to see Oakmont, man. It's so cool now. We'll be right back, folks.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
When your heat goes out, you need help fast. And you need someone you can trust. Call McVeigh Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. The experts at McVeigh are trained to repair any type of heating system and any brand of heating system. With McVeigh, you're sure to get friendly, honest, and reliable service. Their responsive team is ready to get your heating system fixed fast, so you and your family are warm, comfortable, and worry-free. Don't wait. Call McVeigh Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, or go to callmcveigh.com to schedule an appointment.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. My friends at MediConnect tell me between now and March 31st, they are in an open enrollment period for Medicare. You know it's confusing. If you have any questions about your current coverage or your benefits, now's the time to take a look. Could a new 5-star plan work better? Are you overpaying with prescriptions or other copays? 888-818-6334. MediConnect is local. They've got experts. They'll guide you through Medicare. No cost, no obligation. 888-818-6334.
There are times where high standards are vital. For example, your football team wouldn't let just anyone start at quarterback. And should you let just anyone give you guidance? We don't think so. In fact, at California Psychics, 98% of the psychics who apply to work with us don't make the grade. You see, we come from the home of free spirits and open minds. We're not short of spiritual believers or big dreamers. It's why we know better than anyone what makes a good psychic. California Psychics connect you with the very best, so we can guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. Download the app or connect with us at CaliforniaPsychics.com. Right now, new customers receive 20 minutes for just $20. So, there's never been a better time to give our services a try. That sounds like a touchdown to me. Experience the joy of certainty. California Psychic.
Join Lamont on March 13th for a 5-course wine dinner. Prosciutto wrap mozzarella, gnocchi calabrese, Mediterranean branzino, steak pizzola, and baked Alaska bomb, paired with amazing wines. For reservations, visit LamontPittsburgh.com or 412-431-3100.
Hello, this is Les Botkin of Botkin Family Wealth Management. I've been a financial advisor for over 20 years, but this wasn't my first career. In a previous life, I was a PGA golf professional involved in building Nevillewood, where I played the opening round with Jack Nicklaus, a dream come true. Years later, while in my 40s and working at another golf course, I suddenly lost my job. I had 2 kids in college and I was scared. With the encouragement of my wife Barb and the help of good friends, I embarked on a new career in finance. It was humbling. But in time and with hard work, I became successful in my life's new chapter. Today, I'm a certified financial planner professional and work with my daughter Sarah and son Lester at Botkin Family Wealth Management. The day we opened the doors to our business is one of the best in my life. Dreams change, for me and maybe for you. Let us help you navigate the changes. Visit us at botkinfamilywealth.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC.
Colin Dunlap for Window Nation. Winters, they're long here. Listen, if that winter weather is coming through your windows, you need Window Nation. Energy-efficient windows going to keep your home comfortable. Right now, 2 windows free for every 2 that you buy, plus 0 down, no payments or interest for 2 full years. Hurry, the offer ends soon, so schedule that fast free estimate right now. 866-90-NATION, that's 866-90-NATION, or windownation.com. Window Nation, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Receive a pair of Penguins tickets with the purchase of a house of windows.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the Bloomberg Money Minute. Because of President Trump's punishing tariffs against most imports from Mexico, Canada, and China, all going into effect today, the CEO of Target says prices at its stores are likely to start rising in just the next couple of days, while Best Buy says price hikes are highly likely. Now, even though Target posted an earnings beat for the holiday quarter earlier today, it's projecting little to no sales growth this year. Target shares right now down 5%. Shares of Best Buy down more than 14%. Elsewhere on Wall Street, those tariffs are spooking investors and pressuring the markets. Right now, the Dow is down 1.4%. The S&P down a little more than 1%. The NASDAQ, back from its earlier lows, down a little more than 0.5%. Shares of GM, Ford, Stellantis all lower because of heavy levies on autos, auto parts, steel, and more. And Uber will start offering rides in Google-owned Waymo electric cars in Austin, Texas. Tom Busby, Bloomberg Radio.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I love the Oakmont. I've said this many times. I love Oakmont. The live stream isn't available right away. All right, we're working on it then. I don't know what's happening. We're trying, sir. So, Chris Ragland, I've been texting with him. The acting police chief is retiring. He's done. I guess he's done today. Yeah. In Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering here. I'm looking up information. The new police chief is, I think, the current commander. His name is Marty Devine. Marty Devine is the new acting police chief. Then he can go and he's a commander. Oh, he's an assistant chief. Okay. Marty Devine. Love the first name. So there's a lot of conflict in Pittsburgh right now. So think about this in the last, how long has Ragland been there? Is it 4 months? Maybe. And Larry was here less than a year. And so now we're on our third police chief. The Marty Devine will be announced as the new acting chief. So what will happen is they'll have this primary, which is in May, but then he'll serve through January as mayor. And so whoever is appointed chief, give that sweet woman a cookie too, please. We have cookies here. And whoever is the new chief will have a job until at least January. Then if I'm guessing that Corey O'Connor will find his own guy. There you go. Marty Devine is the new police chief. So we'll finish this hour the way we started the show, in that Pittsburgh has issues right now, man. The mayor's race. I'm also told he's a very nice guy, Marty Devine, the new acting chief. Pittsburgh has issues right now. So the police department now has a new leader. They got to find another one. Ragland has just decided to retire. Let me say this, only because I know him and I've had conversations with him, extensive. He was frustrated with the process. He was frustrated with the politics of it. He lives downtown. He's proud to be a Pittsburgher. His father was a cop. His dream in life was to be the chief of Pittsburgh. So he gets the gig. His plan was to get nominated by Gainey, which he was, get approved by council, which is kind of iffy, because there were folks lined up against him, including Anthony Coghill, who I also like. And they wanted to interview them. And they wanted them to be interviewed under oath, which kind of sort of irritated the chief. In essence, you're treating them as criminals with a lack of respect. And I know that he has been contemplating in the last month to just retire because of all the politics, because of the lack of police on the streets, because of the lack of the financial commitment, and because of the frustration of not being able to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. And here we are. And at the end of the day, Chief Ragland just texted me he is formally retired. I guess they're having some kind of news conference later. I'm certain we'll be on top of that. And the new chief, his name is Marty. Marty Devine. All right? Next hour, you gotta hear what the county's up to. You gotta hear this job that they have out for bid. You gotta hear this. The Housing Authority. You're not going to believe it. And my man Jim has drilled down on this. You got to hear this story next, live.
The KDKA Mobile News Fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Well, folks, the big one is back. The Spring Weiner Wellness Week, March 7th and 8th. There will be expert health and wellness workshops from 9 to 1 on Friday and Saturday. A delicious, healthy lunch will be provided from 11 to 2. And, of course, lots of samples, deep discounts on your favorite supplements, and a few surprises. All this in person only, March 7th and 8th at the World of Wellness, 2419 Baldwick Road in the heart of Pittsburgh. That's 2419 Baldwick Road, Pittsburgh.
Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. Tax season is here. What a better way to reinvest in your home than brand new windows from Universal Windows Direct. Check this out. Tax time sale. Buy 2, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. And finance now, no interest until 2030. 412-545-6003. Amazing windows, amazing sale, amazing service. 412-545-6003.
Honey,
I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN's birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free. Visit NordVPN and discover the benefits. Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. Encrypt your online traffic. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Solutions Studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Sunny and 63 degrees in Pittsburgh International at 1 o'clock. I'm Paul Alexander. News brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. Need a new roof or just want to repair a small leak? Trust PJ.com. Christopher Ragland has withdrawn his name from consideration to become the next Pittsburgh police chief. We have more from News Radio KDK's David Bolorado.
Councilmember Teresa Cale Smith says she learned of the news while talking to the head of public safety. The decision by Interim Chief Ragland to pull his name from consideration is the latest chapter in a whirlwind to find a new head of the city police force. And for now, she thinks the city should select an interim chief from within.
I think there's lots of great officers within this Bureau of Pittsburgh Bureau of Police. I think there's a lot of great officers that are here currently. And I think that promoting within helps build the confidence in the Bureau as well.
She agrees with the city GOP that a designate for a permanent police chief shouldn't be named until after the November election. She says with the struggles law enforcement has been having with recruiting across the nation, whoever it is will face the challenge of trying to bring on new officers while veterans continue to leave. David Bolorado, News Radio KDKA.
Allegheny County homicide detectives are investigating a pedestrian collision in Duquesne. Police say shortly before 9 this morning, someone was struck by an Audi sedan in the 1000 block of Duquesne Boulevard. First responders say the vehicle was traveling north when it struck a pedestrian who was in the roadway. The victim was transported to an area hospital and is currently listed in critical condition. The driver of the vehicle remained on scene. Anyone with any information is asked to contact county police. A Pittsburgh interior designer is facing numerous charges after being accused of bilking clients of nearly $500,000. Police say 44-year-old Lauren Piasecki of Morningside, a lead designer of Black Cherry Design, scammed victims out of thousands of dollars at a time. The business had operated on Butler Street in the city's Lawrenceville neighborhood and was recently featured in Pittsburgh Magazine. Charges stem from 8 separate cases, including victims in Fox Chapel and Mount Lebanon. Well, the recent tariffs, how they can affect your consumerism. A Washington libertarian tells you what you need to know. News Radio KDK's Tamara Rush has the latest.
Clark Packard, trade expert with the Cato Institute, describes the economic effects of tariffs on those that rely on imports from Canada, Mexico, and China.
For an American family, right, you're looking at about a $1,200 a year increase in just everyday items, because what we're talking about are tariffs on imports from 3 of our largest trading partners.
So when will consumers start to feel the pain?
I think it just depends on the product and how quickly, again, supply chains can adjust.
Packard says global tariffs on extra levy on imports from every country around the world are set to take place next month. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, the Dow is down 655 points, the Nasdaq down 124, the S&P 500 is down 71. KDK Sports, Duquesne will host VCU tonight. Tip set for 7. Pens will be in Colorado tonight. Puck drop at 9. KDKA Radio News Time 103. Time to call Goodrich and Geist. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist, Pittsburgh's personal injury attorneys. Sunny and 63 degrees in Pittsburgh. Your AccuWeather forecast is next.
Hi, Paul Alexander here, introducing Ann, who, like me, didn't want to be handed a plan or a medication to lose weight. She wanted help. She wanted results. Ann chose Awaken 180.
I was drawn to the one-on-one coaching, the confidence that they give me, the answers that they give me, the encouragement they give me. Awaken 180 helps you to understand what healthy foods are and changes your lifestyle and is there for you for life. One medical condition that I had severely for about 7 years is acid reflux. Since I started this program, I have not had one single bout of acid reflux, and I've stopped my medication. And that's huge to me. It really is. Really is.
Ann got the support she needed, the results she wanted, and she did it all with Awaken 180 weight loss. Let Awaken 180 show you how easy losing weight should be. Visit awaken180weightloss.com.
Are your glass shower doors past their prime, tarnished maybe, or simply disgusting? Well, Colin Dunlap here from my great friends Larry and Nick, the owners of Boulevard Glass and Metal. This is the same team of guys you see installing large glass storefronts all around town. Transform your shower into a spa-like retreat with a custom glass shower enclosure from Boulevard Glass and Metal. Check out their easy, hassle-free quote request online, boulevardglassandmetal.com. Simply pick a layout, answer a couple questions, and send it. They'll get back to you with a price.
Every time I go into the offices of Physical, that's Phyzical in Monroeville, where I get physical therapy, to help my balance, I see a room full of patients waiting that heard how much it's helped me on this talk show. And it's so rewarding. Phyzical. 412-457-8200, right behind the Monroeville Mall. Look, I had chemo and radiation, jacked up my balance. It doesn't anymore. Physical, Phyzical, it works.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
We'll see clouds and some sun at times for the midday and afternoon hours. It'll become noticeably milder with a high of 62. Tonight, cloudy and remaining mild with some rain after midnight, though 47. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Well. Live at Oakmont Bakery. It's been a hell of a day. We love this place. A lot of folks stopping by to say hi. We have, no one took us up on our punchki bet. We're grabbing a couple of the older women here to see if they'll eat 4 punchkis. Ma'am, sit down right here. Sit down, please. Sit down and put the headset on. Put the headset on. Punchkis. Put the headset on. Come on, real quick. Come on. Somebody step up. Come on, ladies. This is funny. This is actually funny. She's putting the headset on. I have to interrogate her in a second. We have really good stuff to get to. You got to hear what's happening with the city and this idiotic plan to wash cars. How are you, ma'am?
How are you?
What's your name?
Lori.
Have you had a punchki?
Not today.
No, but you know what they're like, right?
They're delicious.
So this is 1 cut and a half. See that?
It's very fattening.
How many could you eat?
Maybe a quarter.
Could you eat 4?
No.
If you could eat 4, you get a cake too. Are you in?
No.
Give this beautiful woman some cookies, please, Patrick. Thank you for playing along, ma'am. You're the best. Here, grab her a couple cookies. We have Marty cookies. They're actually very nice. You can bite my head off, literally. Thank you. Give that sweet woman a couple too, please. Thanks, Patrick. What cracks me up while Patrick's doing this is none of this, nothing I do, none of it, the content, the video, the graphics, none of it happens without Patrick. So this guy comes in here and sits down. This guy comes in here and sits down and he says, and he's introduced as Marty's assistant. Patrick, get me some ice, please.
It's better than the video editor I was one day.
Oh, you were a video editor. All right. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here. This is actually fascinating to me. So I have one of my favorite. Wow, I just texted with Jason Lando. I know I'm all over the map here, but a lot's going on. Jason Lando was a commander here. He's now a really cool police chief in Maryland, right? Really cool guy. Love him. And he's been at the top of the list of those considered to be the super chief, to be appointed by Corey. This is all speculation. He just texted me. I just walked out of a staff meeting. 32 missed text messages. 32. All about Gainey and Ragland. Welcome to Pittsburgh. All right, let me take a drink here and then I got to get to Jim. All this ties into what's happening with Gainey. And I'm going to get into that. And I want to introduce Jim Ellenbogen. And Jim, what's up?
How you doing today, Marty?
Wow. Better than Ed Gainey is.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would say so.
Right?
Oh, yeah, I agree.
All right, so before we get to the meat of what I sent you, because he knows this stuff, when you first heard that Gainey was going to call Corey a MAGA Republican and suggested he was being supported by Democrats, and then you find out, which I know you knew already, that Gainey was taking Republican money, why does a guy like that make a decision like that from someone like you who's been at it so long? Why? Why do that?
It sounds like a desperation move to pull his base together, counting on the fact that they get all goofy over like the Palestinian stuff and all that they would not do the research on and just take him at his word and get them all fired up to get in the streets. That's the only thing that makes any sense.
You know what? What you're saying makes sense. So they believe what he says and they move on.
Exactly. He gives them their marching orders without question. They figure that the other side or the enemy, and they just get in the street and carry on and do their door knock thing.
Yeah, but my man, he already had them. He's trying to reach other people. And this lie, which is what it is, will not reach other people or affect the election, will it, sir?
I totally agree with that. I don't understand the strategy. He's not growing his base at all.
No.
So his only chance is to get that group to vote as a whole, to pull the LGBTQ and the African American community to come out in strong numbers and count on the moderate votes to stay on the couch, thinking that there are a lot of Democrats who are moderates in the city that never pull the Republican lever. If he can get them to think Corey's a MAGA guy, they may not vote at all.
All right, so let's get to the meat of why I have you here. I dragged you into the other conversation. So I sent you paperwork. Housing Authority, City of Pittsburgh, on the top of it. Invitation for bid. And then it describes the scope of work. And this is where it gets really ugly. They want to hire outside people to hand wash and dry cars, right? They want people to wash all of their cars, vans, trucks, windows, spray the dump trucks, clean interiors. They want to hire a company, it costs about $50,000, to clean their damn cars right now, and they're putting this out to bid. How do you react to that, sir?
I think it's the most outrageous thing that I've ever seen. As you well know, I was in charge of the county forces for years, and this is something that your men and women do when they bring the trucks in anyway.
Right.
Keep them clean, keep them running. This is outrageous, and I have my own ideas about this whole thing, but it's really a ripoff of the taxpayers because your employees are supposed to be doing this anyway.
Here, invitation for bid. Auto detailing of Housing Authority, City of Police, City of Pittsburgh vehicles. And there's like 50 of them. Is this the most absurd waste of money you've ever heard?
Completely. I mean, the county and city have always had garages and traffic divisions who would do that work as part of their regular job. I don't know what's going on here, but I know one thing. The taxpayers that are listening, they're being ripped off completely by this. This is outrageous. And this city housing authority is an extension of the mayor's office, that anybody thinks different, because all those board members, he makes sure he appoints them, and the bosses in there are his guys. Don't kid yourself.
So Jim, so people were clear about this. This has never been done, where they hire a company paying $50,000 to wash the cars for the city.
Well, in my 40 years, and I worked for the city as well, I've never seen anything like this. In fact, I shared this with a couple county bosses that I know, and then they couldn't believe it either. This is outrageous. Just complete. There's no other word for it, Marty. It's outrageous.
So aren't they supposed to wash?
You're going to pay somebody to clean. You're going to drive a truck all day, and you're going to pay somebody when you bring it back to clean your windshield?
Yeah, that's what it says, clean the windshield.
You know how insane that is? I clean my windshield just before I get in. You know what I'm saying? How crazy is that?
Hold on, my man. They want you to dress the tires and wheels, too. They want the spot cleaner on the headlights, clean windows inside and out.
Like you talked, like it's in there about sweeping out the truck.
Yep.
Every Teamster I ever knew was proud of his truck.
Yep.
And they would do that routinely to keep their truck looking nice. They didn't want to drive something that looked like garbage. I mean, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, this administration comes up with things that I've never even dreamed of. I can't believe it.
And this is on top of folks in the county paying all these taxes. Just another way to irritate people, right?
Oh, there's no question about it. Because anybody that's ever been involved with government is looking at this going, I've never seen anything like it.
Man, I think me and you could do this for $50,000. Wow.
Hey, I'd do it for 30.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
The bidding is on. My brother, thanks for taking a look at this. We're all over it. Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Have a good one.
We'll be right back.
Did you know that now you can listen to all your favorite stations, including this one, shows, and even podcasts, all on the Odyssey app? Download it now.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak hot. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things. People. Love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
My friends at NASCO, I love NASCO Roofing. They take pride in exceeding thousands of customers' expectation. Great roofing, great service. Janet from Pittsburgh was pleased with how quickly NASCO did her job. She loves NASCO's professional courtesy and the price. Roofs are all NASCO does. Thousands of customers like Janet. Let them satisfy your next roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day and special financing. NASCO.
Come in and try the Good Feet feeling today. Comfort, energy, performance, and pain relief at the Good Feet store. Visit the store for a free test walk. Visit us in Robinson Town Center, in Cranberry Township, and now open in Morgantown. Good Feet arch supports are proudly made in the USA.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks. Have you heard about Gunny's Ridge? Oh, you're about to. Gunny's Ridge is a safe haven, a healing place, a learning place. It's for veterans with long-term PTSD. You know, there are thousands right here that need help, and they need it right now. It's a 100-acre farm, rec center, learning space, amazing space. Wait till you see the plans. There's a lodge and a barn. There'll be one-on-one activities, family activities. We can make this dream come true. We can do it together. Check it out at gunniesridge.org, gunniesridge.org. Amazing.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We're gonna do more on this. We're live at Oakmont Bakery. We're gonna do more on this. What appears to be obscene waste of money. And a lot of people are talking about how much the city wastes money at a time when they're broke. And I get sent this bid. And it might seem inconsequential to you, but not to me. I mean, yeah, the city has a several $100 million budget, and this is a bid to wash cars. But to Jim Ellenbogen's point, and he knows government, he knows politics, and he's done these jobs, there's no way in hell that the city of Pittsburgh should be contracting with a car detailing service to wash their damn trucks, to have them detailed. It's ignorant. Get a hose and a bucket, man. Let's move on down the road. Or do what you've done for 50 years. But to make this part of the budget, it's just silly. Now regarding the police chief, Ragland, there are people that don't like him, so what? There are people that don't like me. I have never, ever sat in this chair in a city where everybody liked the police chief, everybody liked the mayor. It's kind of the deal. Or everybody likes the talk host. Ask Colin. We deal with it every single day. We're blessed. And now everyone loves Jason Lando. He was a commander here. He's from here. His family here. He wants to come back here. Fine. And I've always enjoyed him. He's a hell of a man and a hell of a cop. But here's what will happen. And by the way, there's a couple reasons why Ragland is stepping away. Number one, he's tired of the bull you know what. And I side with him. Number two, not sure if he would get confirmation. There was pushback on council. Number three, knows the city doesn't have the money to pay the cops or hire the cops. And he's retiring. He's been thinking about this for at least a month, maybe more. And at the end of the day, the next chief will be fine until the cops don't like him. I've been around cops my entire career. And I mean that, folks, at least 40 years. I love them. But here's the truth. They all complain about their boss. In every department, at the federal level, at the state level, and at the Mayberry level. In other words, very, very small. We'll see how it goes. I love Pittsburgh. I wish Chief Ragland the best. He's actually a good guy. I know people don't like him. I really don't care. I always judge people on how I engage with them. And everything he's ever done with me has been 100% above board, 100% respectful and dignified. All right? All right. I want to grab Mark Sorreo one more time before we go. I find it fascinating, the conundrum that a community like Oakmont is facing.
No matter how hard you want to ball, we see you. Call 412 Doctors to get expert care from AHN.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-597-7992. That's 800-597-7992 today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
This afternoon will turn noticeably milder with clouds and some intervals of sun with a high reaching 62. Tonight, cloudy with some rain after midnight, though 47. Cloudy, breezy, and mild tomorrow with rain and a thunderstorm or two, the high 64. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get 3 rooms, Zero Resified starting at $129. Take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPGH.com today.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Money. Wow. Love that song. Man. I loved him. Lando, they're asking for Jason Lando. I'm getting texts from all over. He was a cop here as a commander. He's a cool guy. I've known him at least 20 years. We'll see. I love this day. I love being out here. We just met the nicest group of special needs young men and women. The nicest people ever. Love this joint. I'm going to play something that's actually fascinating. We're going to drill down on this tomorrow, but this is Sean Parnell. He's a war hero. Literally, 2 Purple Hearts from here, ran for Senate. Remember this? He's now been appointed to the Pentagon. He's a spokesman. He's really good. He posted a clip last night on X that went viral talking about cuts in government, and he's spot on. I'm trying to get him live, but I did not know this until he texted me last night that they have no cell service inside the Pentagon. They block their phones, but we're going to try something else, which, by the way, I would do too. I want to play this clip that he posted. Sean Parnell posted this on X. Remember, once again, he's now working for the Pentagon. Listen to what he says.
So we promised you transparency
at this Department of Defense. And America, that is exactly what you're going to get because you deserve it. So at the DoD, we've been working hand in hand with the DOGE team. And as the Secretary said, we welcome that process because that process will make us more lethal. And that means that our warfighters on the battlefield will be more successful. And that's what this process is all about. So, in the interest of transparency, look at some of the initial things that we found. In the Air Force, $1.9 million for holistic DEI transformation and training, $6 million to the University of Montana to strengthen American democracy by bridging divides. At the Defense Human Resources Activity, $3.5 million for support to DEI groups. And how about this one? $1.6 million to the University of Florida to study social and institutional detriments of vulnerability and resilience to climate hazards in African Sahel. You see, folks, this stuff is not a core function of our military. This is not what we do. This is a distraction from our core mission. So we believe that these initial findings will probably save $80 million in wasteful spending. Again, $80 million in wasteful spending just right here. So stay tuned. Today's actions are just the start. More to come this week. Again, we are working hand in glove with DOGE. So stay tuned in the weeks ahead as we trim the fat, preserve the muscle, make the DoD more mission capable and more lethal.
Love it. Now, I'm a fan of him. I love him. One of my favorite people. He's a fantastic father. He's a great representative of America. He was an unbelievable soldier. Man, he's seen it all. He saved lives. He saw friends die right in front of him. He's been through hell. Wrote an amazing book. But I wanted to drill down on what this means because I think it's important. And again, I'm not being critical. So I had one of my boys who's a numbers guru analyze this, just to be fair. So he said, he mentioned the $13 million cut, okay, in one chunk from the Department of Defense budget. They have a $900 billion budget. $900 billion budget. And then he said in total, they saved $80 million this week. $80 million this week. That's 0.008% of the Department of Defense budget. I'm not disparaging him. I'm not picking on him. I'm just telling you how big this mountain is. You know, I say it's a pimple on the elephant's behind. No, this is a pimple on a pimple of the elephant's behind. It's the far the biggest departmental budget in existence, and it's a good place to start. And he's not trying to fool you. This isn't a smokescreen. He's saying we got to start here. But most Americans, including myself, you have no idea how small $80 million is in this budget. How small it is. It did not get this way overnight. It took years. And just so you know the truth, because the truth is the truth, while Trump was president the last time, he increased the debt by more than any 3 administrations in history. You understand? While Trump was president in his first 4 years, Trump, this is from my numbers guru, Ron Layton. In his first 4 years as president, Donald Trump added $4 trillion with a T to the existing deficit of $37 trillion. He added $4 trillion to the existing deficit of $37 trillion. So this notion that this is all Biden, it's all Democrats, it's not true. I respect and admire Sean Parnell. If not but for logistical issues, we would have had him on the air today. But he sent me this text. He left work last night at 8:30 at night. He's working long days. It sounds crazy. He says, but I can't have a cell phone in the Pentagon. It's been so weird. They have jammers all through the building. I had no idea until he told me that. But it all makes sense. We'll try to hook up with Parnell tomorrow to kind of drill down on this. But at the end of the day, he's a hell of a man. He's doing a hell of a job. And I'm glad he's here for us. Folks, we're live at Oakmont Bakery. We'll be right back.
All the news you need for your day and the sports, music, and podcasts you love are all on the free Odyssey app. Download now.
You know what I love? The punchki. Oakmont Bakery's punchkis. Delicious. Strawberry cream, cherry, raspberry, blueberry, Pittsburgh cream, Oakmont cream, lemon, maple bacon, cookies and cream, apple cinnamon, peanut butter. The punchki rocks. You've got to try the punchki at Oakmont Bakery. Handmade, homemade, unbelievable treat at Oakmont Bakery right now. You know what I say about punchki? They're delicious. Oakmont Bakery rocks.
Don't delay in getting that plumbing repair done. Call Palucci Plumbing today for all of your plumbing needs. From trenchless sewer repair and waterline repairs and replacement, hot water tanks, sewer camera inspections, to Pittsburgh potty repairs, no job is too small for Palucci Plumbing. Owners Amy and Nick Palucci have been in business for over 20 years, so give them a call for your next plumbing repair or replacement. Palucci Plumbing, 412-782-5050. That's 412-782-5050.
Happy birthday to us. 2 surprises for you. 2 surprises from NordVPN. 2 surprises for you.
Celebrate twice as much with NordVPN. We have a special birthday deal. Get 72% off and a coupon for up to 1 year free. NordVPN is rated as excellent on PC Mag. Visit NordVPN.com and discover one of the most advanced VPNs in the world. What are the benefits? Secure up to 10 devices with a single account. Receive alerts if your email address leaks to the dark web. Reduce the risk of phishing, scams, and malware with NordVPN's Threat Protection Pro tool. Encrypt your online traffic and browse with more peace of mind. Get the special birthday deal at NordVPN.com. Additional terms apply. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic. Purchase at newnordicusa.com or CVS.
Went to high school with Bob Tootie from Tootie Mechanical. So I've known him, 40 plus years? His business is insane. Tootie Mechanical. The service is unbelievable. The professionalism is unbelievable. And the help, man, they've put 400 free furnaces in homes. Tootie Mechanical is the best for HVAC I've ever seen in my career. They're amazing people, amazing service. Tootie, 412-771-4100. Call them.
This is Barry and Steve Ehrenrich from Petite Kitchen and Bath Design Center, and we'd like to say thank you.
Thank you for making Petite the premier kitchen and bath design center and remodeler in Western Pennsylvania.
For over 50 years, you've welcomed us into your homes to help solve your remodeling problems. Our goal is, and always has been, to avoid the nightmare of remodeling. We want to give you the kitchen or bath of your dreams.
Thank you for taking it one step further. You recommended us to your friends. There's no greater statement of satisfaction than to say to a friend, I love my Petite kitchen, or I'm so happy with my Petite bath. You should call them too.
From custom creation to expert installation, you don't have to go anywhere else. And you didn't. You came to Petite. So, thank you.
And to those of you who haven't been to Petite yet, haven't you waited long enough? PA 625.
The popularity of cremation is on the rise. Unfortunately, so is the cost. I'm Dustin D'Alessandro, supervisor and funeral director. To keep the cost down, the Thomas M. Smith Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Blawnox and the D'Alessandro Funeral Home and Crematory Limited in Lawrenceville have on-site crematories. By performing the cremation on-site without losing custody of the remains, our funeral homes can defray those costs and pass the savings on to you. Our fee for a direct cremation is only $1,250. This low-cost, direct cremation offer is available to all residents of Allegheny County. Surrounding counties will incur a slight additional fee based on mileage. Contact us with questions or to schedule an appointment by calling the Blawnox office at 412-828-5700 or our Lawrenceville office at 412-682-6500. Our websites are thomasmsmithfuneralhome.com and d'alessandroltd.com.
I'm Maureen. I'm 61 years old. I've lost 55 pounds thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. It's been an easy journey. It's really changed my mindset around food. I think Awaken 180 has worked for me better than any other program because I could stick to it. I didn't get hungry. On other programs, I felt like I was always starving. I never felt hungry. My energy is amazing. I can't believe how much more energy I have. And just even taking a walk, I can go so much faster because it's 50 pounds less that I'm carrying with me. I'm out of plus size clothes. That was one of my goals. Awaken 180 is my solution for weight loss.
Paul Alexander here, and thanks to Awaken 180, Maureen lost 55 pounds. The program is easy. We did, and find your success with the solution for weight loss online at awaken180weightloss.com or call 844-346-1800.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
We ran out of cookies, Marty Party cookies. They make these cookies with my face on them and people bite my head off. Get it? We've had so much fun here. People are so cool. We met the nicest people all day long. I love them all. In the breaks, I ate. Thank you. She loves me. I am wonderful. Thank you, ma'am. Of course. Oh, I love these folks. They stop by and say hi. I ate the 4 punchies in the breaks. I'm getting the cake and oh, my man doesn't believe me. Tom, what do you think? Put your headset on real quick. One of our boys here, Tom, what do you think of this joint?
I love it. They just
Right?
made me a bacon, egg, and cheese.
It's kind of a cool place.
Yeah, super good.
He's our engineer. He does everything for us, sets us up, brings all this stuff in here. It's an amazing family business, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever been a place that was more together.
It's a well-oiled machine.
And they're wonderful people. It's fascinating to watch the different people that come through here. It's amazing. And how much work this takes. It's amazing. I'm just, my man Jerry just said, I am wonderful. I am so wonderful. It's just, So let me sum up what we heard from Sean Parnell and all of the genius of Ron Layton, and I'm not understating that. He's a genius. I think, and I've told him this, it's no BS, he's the smartest man I've ever known, is that so I sent him the video from Parnell, and he's not disparaging Sean. He's like, you're right. You're right, he's cutting, but it's a pimple on a pimple, his words, on the elephant's behind, and it's true. I mean, we have 37 trillion. And again, as Trump disparages people for creating this madness, we know that Trump added 7 trillion to the debt when he was president last time. And he wants to raise the debt ceiling now to offer, I think, $2 trillion in tax cuts with the hope that eventually all of this catches up in terms of revenue with the revived economy. We shall see. But as Leighton said, he's not picking on anyone, but he just said that, you know, the numbers that we threw out at you in terms of $80 million in savings, that's 0.008% of the Department of Defense budget. It's unbelievable. So it went viral. Everybody's high-fiving each other that Sean Parnell is a hero and he's cutting the budget, and I agree. However, as Leighton pointed out yesterday, which is actually also brilliant, if they laid off every single employee in the federal government, every single one, it would reduce the debt by 2%. Whew! It's that bad. It's that deep. Moving closer to home, Pittsburgh is at a crossroads. And the focus of the city is that Pittsburgh's dirty. Pittsburgh's broke or getting there. Pittsburgh needs cops. Pittsburgh needs a new economy. In the numbers, the polls we suggested, Corey's up by at least 12 points. He has $800,000. Ed has 263. That Pittsburghers are leaning towards Corey O'Connor. One of my boys, big shot attorney, who was a prime candidate to be U.S. attorney here in the city. The city loses Chief Ragland. Signs of continued demise. There is that argument. And now they've got to go out and find a new chief. As we head towards this primary and the two sides battle, Corey O'Connor and Ed Gainey. So you folks know, for those who think I'm biased, every single day I put a request in to talk to Ed Gainey. Every day. Every day. I sent his folks a note that we were carrying his news conference live yesterday, and they reported back, yes, we listened, thank you. Every single day, I reach out to Corey O'Connor or his people, and they're just as accommodating. They have no obligation to appear on my show at my whim. I'm not suggesting they do. But we're in a very important time in the city's history, and we need leadership, and we need it now. And in my world, if you're asking me what Pittsburgh is lacking, it's leaders. And for those who suggest they don't like Chris Ragland, the police chief who retired today, okay. But I'll tell you right now, it's another black mark on the city of Pittsburgh right now. It just is. Suggesting they can't even keep a temporary police chief. We'll see what happens. My man Colin is up next.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference.